Hi. Um, have you guys seen the videos of the monkey on Twitter at the Japanese zoo that was abandoned by its mom? I'm starting off the stream real dark. It was abandoned by its mom. His name is Punch. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. Either way, it's a baby monkey, okay? And so they raised the monkey, but humans raised the monkey at the zoo with like a monkey stuffed animal that like the monkey would cuddle with. Um, and so now they've integrated the monkey punch back into the rest of the monkey habitats, and the other monkeys are being mean to him. Like the monkey is carrying around the monkey stuffed animal. It's the saddest thing you've ever seen in your life. Like it's so sad. And then like the monkey will finally let go of the like stuffed animal that like he clearly has been cuddling with, like let go and go up to the other monkeys and like try and like sit with them, and then they shove him away. And I have to stay off Twitter today, chat, because I'm gonna cry. I'm not in an emotional space where I can handle seeing a baby monkey getting bullied by bigger monkeys, because I'll go to Japan and beat up the bullying monkeys. Okay, I'll kick this will become my circus. These will be my monkeys, because finally Punch got a hug from another monkey, and another monkey was helping groom his fleas off. Okay, which is lovely, but I still want to beat up the other monkeys. So I need to not. It's the cutest little monkey. It's so sad. I like opened up Twitter before stream. I was like, let me just check. First thing I see is Punch trying to hide from the other monkeys in a hole and keeps trying to bring the stuffed animal with him to keep her safe. And the stuffed animal won't fit, but Punch keeps trying. I almost just started crying. So I need everyone to stop sharing those videos, because I'm apparently not able to handle this right now. Oh God. But yeah, no, it's raining. We're under flood watch. It said do not leave unless you are fleeing. What was it? What was the alert? Hang on. It was, yeah, in this area, it's dangerous and life-threatening. Do not attempt to travel unless you are fleeing an area subject to flooding or under an evacuation order. So I'm in a warning zone, so that's fun. We're probably fine. I'm sure we're probably fine. I beat up a monkey, so you don't have to, yeah. Also, thank you for subbing. Hold on. Chaco, you won the Swell Grand Prix. Thank you for subscribing. Alexandra, you won the Swell Grand Prix. Thank you for subscribing. Oh. Sorry, Alexandra, your name reminded me of someone. So this is not on you. Your name triggered this. Okay. I should hope. I think you guys are fine. And I do try and parasocially trick you guys into thinking you're fine so that you act fine, that you behave. This is how I crowd control, okay, with my audience, is I use parasocialism against you, okay? By making you think that I think you guys are smarter than the average bear, okay? And also better behaved than the average bear, let me put it that way, okay? If you ever find yourself as a viewer of anyone, a fan of anyone, a celebrity, a YouTuber, a content creator, okay? It's not my name being a trigger word. It's all right. If you ever find yourself reaching out to a family member of a creator, a coworker of a creator, or the one I heard, which is absolutely fucking absurd, sending handwritten notes to former professors of theirs, trying to get in contact with that creator, I want you to delete your phone, actually. Like destroy your phone and touch grass. You're too far gone. We've lost the plot. The plot is lost, okay? This did not happen to me. This happened to a friend of mine who's another creator. We do not know the context of the note so far. They're sending one of them over. But this is something that has happened a lot with other creators. I know creators that have had to wipe their entire Instagram, even like when they've had it since they were 13, because people were going through their old photos trying and finding which of their family members were there to contact them. Okay? You guys, in general, if you hear your friends doing it, it's out of line, and people wonder why people like Beyonce don't talk to their audiences. Okay? Now, obviously, that's fucking Beyonce. Okay? But the boundaries get crossed once and it's done. It's things like that. Okay? Someone contacted a professor of a creator to try and get in contact with them because they wanted to be a creator in the same space as her. Okay? And they were like, I just think we'd be really good friends, essentially. It's insane. It's not going to happen. Needs to not happen. Okay? It wasn't you. It was not Alexandra. I'm making it very clear. I'm not saying that it was Alexandra. One of them, yeah. I'm begging people to be normal. Yep. What's good, chat? Ultimate, we're updating people on not crossing boundaries. If I ever find out, like, especially in my instance, okay, because I've had people, usually people don't go to my brother. They find out my brother is related to me because we don't post each other much. It's usually like people are like, wait, holy shit, you know Amanda. It's usually not like they're trying to buddy up to my brother to get to me. Same with, but like I've had people, you know, hey, is this your mom? The one you don't talk to? Do you want to get turbo blocked? Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Don't contact my mother. That's absurd. People are insane, okay? Like, it's just insane, okay? And there's boundaries and there's lines and there's things that people just don't play with. There's no point, okay? Just don't do it, all right? Because, like, my parent that I don't speak to, my mother, okay, is blocked on everything. Every time I find a new account from her, I block her again, okay? So if I find out that one of my audience is feeding her information about me, I might file a lawsuit. Like, I'll file, it'll be a cease and desist first. I usually don't threaten legal action, but things like that. Because in that instance, like, I've previously had a temporary restraining order against her. Okay, so if I ever find out that anyone is like giving information about me to my mother, it'll be a very quick cease and desist situation because it is a threat to my safety for her to have any information about me. It would be a very short email exchange. You know, I'd be very clear. She's not the way to get to me. All right, as you should. Thank you. How do you know she made new accounts? I find them. She's not subtle. She has certain people, when you are raised by them, even if they're a narcissist, okay? She has this thing that is, she's not, let me put it this way. When you are a severe alcoholic, it can fuck with your brain, okay? And so she is not as intelligent now as she was when I was last speaking to her, okay? Even though she is sober. She is totally sober. She's been sober for multiple years now. Fantastic. Good for her. Still a bad person. But there's a level of critical thinking that is not possible for her anymore. Okay. So when I block her on any social media platform, she gets a new phone number because that's not blocked. Usually when you block an account, some things like Instagram, it blocks everything they could possibly make. So they have to get a new phone number. Okay. So that's typically what she does is she gets a new phone. Okay. And then she makes a new account, but she'll use similar words. She loves the beach, so she'll use a beach word in there. She'll use diamond, okay? She loves diamond. She was obsessed with the Real Housewives. Things like that, okay? Dog mom, things like there's certain things that are just consistent that she does, okay? And then usually it's a word or a phrasing. If she comments on that if one account comments on 3 or 4 videos and back to back on TikTok, I usually get a little spider tingle, okay? Because there's a pattern, okay? I check the account, and usually without fail, she has posted a photo of me from when I was 16. Without fail. It's very easy to quickly find her. She is not subtle about it. She has not learned. I have been able to assess it usually within I think the longest she's gone is 3 months since she started doing it. Usually she can't help herself. She's obsessed with getting access to me. She'll comment things like she'll come into a live stream. I don't think she understands what Twitch is, but she'll come into a live stream and she'll be like, "Call your mom." Anyone who comments that, I know it's my mother. You know, it's very quick. You know, it's unsubtle. She'll comment on my looks because her and I used to be, not anymore, because alcohol does affect your face. She and I used to be identical. I am pretty identical to her. So she would usually comment on my looks, but not in the way that like men comment on my looks. It would be like about like, oh, your eyes are so beautiful. They fit your face so well. Things like that. You know, it's pretty identifiable. Okay. Like it's not, when you know someone, it's pretty predictable, you know, like you said. You think she introduced herself as I'm Swell Entertainment's mom? No, because I don't think she understands. She used to tell people I worked at YouTube. Like, she really doesn't know much of anything. Well, she's not in here. I mean, if she is, alas, you know. Twitch is Jesus. I mean, she knows what YouTube is, but I don't think she knows about Swell Shenanigans. You do have my eyes. Mocash, I will ban you for funsies. You're lucky. I checked your account. You made it in 2022. That's even before I started streaming, so she wouldn't have made it then. But see, it's like there's ways you can tell. I don't need to have a hacker friend to tell me who owns the account. I can sort it out pretty quickly. That's just a joke. Do not ban me. No bad. It's fine. Amanda's mom, Bud Light, $1.99, 1999. Yeah, I have a friend who has no contact with parents. Do not mess with that. Holy shit. No, and like I've gotten, there was a video 2-3 years ago now on TikTok that went viral, and it was mostly going viral because people were bagging on this girl. But this girl very gleefully made a video talking about how she has a sister that none of the family speaks to. And what it is that her sister went no contact with her parents and went no contact with the entire family, including her sister, okay? And this girl was not making a video being like, I miss my sister, I want to find a way to connect with her. She instead made a video about how when she goes on dates or meets guys at bars, she asks to have their phone so she can DM her sister on Instagram from their account. And like she was very gleefully like sharing this story about how she talks through them through that account until the sister blocks her. Because it's like, I guess she's just in for the long haul. Like, making a joke like this was a funny thing. It's like, okay, maybe it started as her not being in contact with you because she was in no contact with the parents, but you're actively showing that you don't give a shit about your sister's boundaries. So yeah, now you're probably included in the no contact. Like, it's really that simple. I had a family member, I kid you not, I have not thought 2 fucking times about since I saw her at my brother's graduation. 2022. I hadn't thought about her since. And then last year I heard that she, while she was with my brother, while my brother was visiting, was talking shit about me because, now that my mom is sober, okay, I'm a raging bitch for not letting bygones be bygones and still holding on to the past. I'm a selfish bitch. Because she's sober now, so none of that matters. Her putting her hands on me, her stealing money from me, her nearly getting me, kicked out of college, nearly getting me sent to a 5150, like things like that. That none of that matters because she's sober now. And so she's a dumb bitch, and I have no problem saying to that. My brother had dinner with her and my mom not too long ago. And my brother was like, yeah, they were talking about you again. I defended you. And I was like, okay, next time, just put me on speaker. Just call me. Put me on speaker in the restaurant. And I'll make sure they never say my name again. It's really this simple. I'm really a very kind, patient person. I'm really understanding. But once something is out of line, we're done. It's really that, like, cross the line, cross the boundary. Because who the fuck are you? You're also an addict. You also have drug problems. Why would I give a shit what you care about my life? What are we doing? Oh, okay, I'm selfish, sure. You know, like, what are we doing? You on speaker is probably what she wants, TBH. Good, I hope I'm on speaker. I don't care. She has no bearing on me whatsoever anymore. Zero. I have all my documents. I make all my own money. I pay all my own bills. She has no idea where in LA I live. Okay? Me not sharing where I live, the city in LA, the neighborhood in LA, is not just for my physical safety with y'all. It's so she doesn't fucking know where I'm at. Okay? She didn't know, my brother didn't know where I lived for years because I was like, I don't even trust that he's not going to slip up and say it. I believe in small entertainment. Thank you. You know, it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, the end. And it's like, I've talked to, because I have another aunt. So this is my mom's sister, okay, that has this opinion. A sister who did not even, like I said, an addict herself. She was not allowed in our lives till I was 17. I knew there was another sibling. My brother and I never met her because the whole family had pushed her aside because she was in active addiction. And I'm not talking about alcohol. I'm talking about active hard drugs, okay? And so the entire family was like, we cannot have you around the kids, okay? So it wasn't until I was 17 when she was sober and she came back around. Now it's seemingly she dabbles, okay? Which again, no, we're not doing this. This is a fun first 20 minutes of stream, right? I know, don't you like the worms? The changing YouTube landscape. I do whatever the fuck I want, Killer Chronicles. I can relate. My mom was a raging alcoholic, but she made amends before she got sober, and we're best friends now, even though my childhood was fun. See, that's the thing. It's like, there have been, see, that's the whole issue with my parent, okay? She has zero desire to acknowledge the harm that she has done. Zero. Even going through the steps, she was cherry picking steps. You know what I'm saying? Like, she wanted me to say, I forgive you, and never actually have to apologize. You know, like it was one of those things. Still doing horrible things. But because she's sober, that's fine now. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I just don't play with that. No. I'm someone, once I make a decision, we're done. If I want you in my life, I'm going to fix our issues. You clearly aren't going to do that. And you're my parent, you know? Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you were an amazing parent when you were an actively shitty parent. The end. You showed up to one of my graduation events drunk as a skunk to the point that you were sweating it out through your pores, that other parents were like, are you okay? You're not leaving with her, right? On a school campus. Like, what are we doing? Absolutely not. Like, we're not doing this. Like, you guys, when I say I don't drink, it's not like a fun little, like, LA woo-woo thing. Like, there's active addiction and alcoholism in both sides of my family. I have an 80% chance-ish, I think is the statistic, of me developing alcoholism if I just casually start drinking. Like, it really is like a statistical probability that I'd be an A1 alcoholic, okay? So that's why we just don't bother. We don't need to. The end. This is easy. It is genetic, yep. They probably think you live in Beverly Hills. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with them thinking I'm wealthier than needed. I've been very clear with her. I offered to pay for outpatient. I offered to pay for inpatient. When she refused to do that, I ended up paying for her storage unit it was supposed to be for 6 months. It ended up being 13. And she still, again, I'm never going to see that money again. She's never going to pay me back for that. Absolutely the fuck not. You know? As an alcoholic and I try to never drink, it's better that way. Yeah, I think that's for the best. Alcoholics have very miserable lives. I feel that my dad has multiple people throughout multiple generations with addictions, so I don't do anything. Yeah. Yeah, plus sober curious, the sober curious industry is booming. We have way better like pre-made mocktails happening and all that stuff. There's a ton of them now. Anyways, I finished the moss blanket. The moss blanket is done. It's on my bed. It's perfect. It's not perfect, but it's perfect because I made it. Gen Z is already off alcohol. Yeah. Well, also, everything is so fucking expensive. Paying for a storage unit for over a year is more than generous. Wow. It was 6 months. It was supposed to be 6 months while she was in treatment. And it ended up being, 13 months. Every month I kept. They also came to me for more money in that time, which I was pissed off about. And I was like, absolutely not. I was very clear. The fact that I'm paying for the storage unit is already me pushing past the boundary I said of I will only give you money for treatment. And that was not what happened. And then she told me, but this was all before I went to Japan, okay? So I'm trying to get ready to leave the country, okay? And dealing with the storage unit, because I'm like, let me, close out that account. I'm not going to keep getting charged. It was, close to, God, what was it? It was 200 to 300. In total, it was probably $6,000 that I spent on the storage unit in total. It was quite a lot of money in total for money that I'm never going to see that again. That's never coming back to me that I paid her for a woman that I want no connection to, okay? And she was like, okay, I got everything out of the storage unit. It's done. I called to close it, and she abandoned a dog piss soaked couch and left it there. And she was like, they were gonna take care of it. And I'm like, no. I took care of it for $100 disposal fee for me to close the account. I'm done. I don't want to do it. Never contact me again. It's handled. It's done. I paid it. It was done. But even on top of that, I was irritated. I got everything out. You abandoned a piss-soaked couch for a disposal fee. I don't know who she claimed she talked to, but it wasn't the fucking manager of the storage units. What was in the storage unit? Oh, no, Mokashi. You see, what was in the storage unit was that the reason she ended up in treatment was not because she was ready for treatment. She was being evicted, and no one in the family would take her in. And I said, you're fucking joking if you think you're coming to me. She didn't even come to me in the first place. She was trying to hide it from me. I called to say, you're being evicted. I will pay for treatment, and we'll sort out your items. But, you need to go into treatment. This is time. You can't keep a job. You're being evicted. Let's get this sorted. And she was like, I don't have a problem. The end. It's like, all right, fine. Don't call me. So then it was my aunt called me, and I took her dog in for a little bit. Hermes nearly killed him. So my uncle and aunt ended up taking her dog for a bit while she was then in treatment for way longer than was expected. So then her dog, we ended up rehoming her dog to a lovely woman who adopts senior dogs. So she was lovely. Okay. So her dog is now not in a hoarder home, which is the priority for this dog. I literally, when I came to pick up her dog, and she was like, one, she had not packed at all, but the home was so disgusting and filthy. I literally I left, I drove out of the complex, and I went to a grocery store parking lot, and I sat and I just cried while this little dog jumped in my lap. And I was just because then I immediately went to the vet. I was like, this dog needs to get checked over because this dog was living in that. It was horrifying, okay? And that's why nothing was worth selling, because everything was soaked in dog pee and hoarder residue, okay? It was just not clean. That's why you can't sell anything from that. So, yes, the dog was okay. The dog's in a good home, okay? In the first place, the couch got in there because my other aunt, who was in another state, hired movers. And that was the other thing that drove me insane, because my aunt who hired the movers, who was not there, my aunt who was in the military at the time, called me and was like, hey, you got the dog, okay, how is packing going? And I was like, I'm not involved in this. She didn't look like she packed for shit. So she called her to curse her out for not packing, and then called me to be like, And then my mom called me to be like, how dare you tell on me? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm not doing this with you. You're not gonna talk to me like I'm 12 anymore. Absolutely the fuck not. Anyways, pack your apartment that you're getting kicked out of. Okay, what are we doing? So that's how there was movers. Someone else paid for movers. That's how the couch got there. That's how everything got in there. They just wrapped everything up, mildew and all, and shoved it in the storage unit that I paid for 13 months. Put that in the van. Anyways, this is why I'm funny and I have commitment issues now. This is why I'm single on Valentine's Day. This is why I talk for a living to a camera. This is why I have an adorable dog who definitely needs a bath, but it's raining and I don't want to give him a bath because, like, he's just going to get muddy, you know? Hi. Me too. Single people are better. Anyways, yeah, dude, I'm going to be totally honest. All of the videos I'm seeing from servers who worked on Valentine's Day, is everyone fucking miserable in their relationships? What is going on? What is going on? I mean, you are pretty successful for it. Dude, wait till the book comes out. No, there's no book done, but I'm serious. Like, it's kind of funny. I never have to deal with dating. I will only marry my stuffed shark. There you go. I mean, that's basically what's happening. What's happening? Nothing. Trauma. Oh, okay. This is the thing too. Like, I've had this conversation with my therapist before because there's certain things that I am really wilted. You won the Swell Grand Prix. I gentle parent one parent and I roll block the other. Let's go. Yeah, I'm barely speaking to my father right now because of who he voted for. Thank you for subscribing. Anyways. Okay. Just great days all around. Okay, this is one thing. So I've talked about this with my therapist before. I've heard nothing about Valentine's Day videos this year, really. I saw one where a server was like, okay, I noticed this a lot. A lot of straight couples, the woman paid, like without question, without like whatever, like the woman paid, which he was like, I thought that was interesting because that's usually not what happens, especially on Valentine's Day, which I thought was interesting. Just like a small little trend. But then also just like the one thing about the young relationships, everyone just seems low-key miserable. And it's like, why are we doing this? What are we doing? This is why I'm happy I have two amazing parents. The only problem is they adopt all my friends into being their parents. I mean, that's really normal. Anarchy decided her parents were adopting me. She was like, my parents are adopting you. I was like, have you discussed this with them? And she was like, they already worry about you. It's fine. My 3 friends broke up in the last 2 months and 3 friends got hitched, so something strange is happening. Trauma dumping for the win. Thank you for being vulnerable and sharing with us. No one has a perfect family. Yeah, it's definitely been interesting because I'm very open about being no contact with one of my parents. And so I've had other creators and stuff be like, hey, I kind of have to do the same thing. Could I ask you questions? I'm like, yeah, let's go. 2 martial arts movies. Ooh, selections from a couple movie podcasts. I know. Wait, we need the lesbian comedies. Please give us the lesbian comedy names. Thank you. Okay, but there's this one thing that I'm extremely unsympathetic to, okay? And I don't know if this is because I'm hyper independent. I am a whole human being and I know who I am, okay? Because I've gone through the previous trauma, as we have discussed. You kind of sort who you are very quickly when you realize your mom is your greatest op. Okay, you figure out who you are as a woman very quickly. Okay, I do not feel, even as a bisexual, with women as well, if I don't end up married at some point, I will live. You know, like I man, woman, otherwise, I don't really care. If I find someone cool, but it's not like my greatest joy in life will be to get married one day. You know what I'm saying? Even kids, like I'm like, maybe one day I'll have a child, you know, but like, I don't need to be married for that or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very like, I'm good. If someone adds to my life, cool, I would love to meet them one day, you know? But like, I'm not hunting for anyone, you know? And so it's very hard for me I have found, and I've talked about this in therapy, to be sympathetic to women in particular who do have that mentality. It's very difficult for me, okay? And I get it. A lot of the times it's the norm. I grew up in this era as well. I know many women, myself included, have been told that the happiest day of my life will be when I get married, and it'll only come second to the day I give birth. Like, I get it, okay? But I don't know. I kind of think that's a crock of shit. And so for me, it's very difficult to be sympathetic to people like that. And I've talked about this with my therapist because I think I've told the story. My aunt, when I do talk to, I called her one time and she sighed audibly when I picked up the phone, and I was like, "Oh my God, what's wrong?" And she was like, there's a lot going on. And I'm thinking her dog died. Like, I'm like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" This guy I'm talking to, he just hasn't been communicating. This woman is in her 50s and owns a home. She has been in the military for years, okay? And I was like, actually, I need you to call someone else. I get it. I'm your young niece. You think we can have boy talk, but I don't tolerate this. I don't do this. I don't do that. He's not communicating. You are a grown adult woman. You own a home. Like, what are we talking about? And I talked about that with my therapist because I had another friend as well who her boyfriend she was totally in love with him. So I get it. Okay. And I really liked him too. However, he professionally cheated on her. Okay. With physically cheated and or emotionally cheated with, I kid you not, 12 women. Okay. In the span of 3 weeks, professionally cheated on her. Okay. He should be lucky she didn't call me first, okay? I would have hunted him for sport, okay? Instead, he broke up with her when she figured it out, okay? And so already I'm like, fuck him, okay? And then he came to get his stuff from her place, okay? And he just took the stuff and left. And then she called me and was very upset because she was like, well, he doesn't even want to talk and be friends anymore. And I'm like, you shouldn't want to talk and be friends anymore. He turbo cheated on you. He could have given you an STD. Why? What's going on? What do you mean you want to be friends with this psycho? This dude could be a serial killer. We don't know. This is insane. Thank you for subscribing, Moonrise. You won the Swell Grand Prix. Community group therapy time, pew, pew, pew. You know my point? And so I brought that to my therapist, and I was like, what is wrong with me? That I have really a lot of trouble being sympathetic to women in these moments because I'm like, no, let's beat his ass. What do you mean? Let's go to the beach and go and hang out and have a good time because you're gorgeous. We'll go find you someone else. Because who the fuck is Todd? Who cares? This is a fucking psycho. Let's move along. And my therapist is like, well, you've cut off a parent. Most people can't consider doing that. So that's probably what it is. Is you would cut off someone that gave birth to you because of how they treated you and who they were as a person, the fact that they were physically damaging to you. So for you, of course, if someone actively violated your trust by cheating on you, you're like, yeah, you're dead to me. The end. I don't care how in love with you I am. But a lot of other people have never been through that. So it's yeah, this guy who just isn't going to communicate with me despite being a 48-year-old man. That's upsetting to me. And I'm like, okay, is it bad though? I'm like, I can't have these conversations with people. Okay. So there's that. It's very hard for me to deal with that. Okay. But the other thing, I am allergic. Okay. I've learned this. I am allergic. I've really tried. I'm allergic to male-centered women. I'm so sorry. I've tried to be I am a girl's girl, but at a certain point, I acknowledge the red flags, and you are the type of woman that would probably set me up to get assaulted so that you could go home with someone's boyfriend, someone's guy. Okay, one of the friends, his friend needs someone, you would set me up to get assaulted. That. Unfortunately, I'm very attuned to those things. Okay, and so I have very few tolerances for male-centered women. Okay, I really do. Okay, and so it's very hard for me also to be sympathetic when I see a woman actively being insane online, okay, when it comes to men. There is a woman that is engaged right now, okay, and it's her first Valentine's Day with her fiance. Why? Oh, because he's been in jail for 13 years. She's known him for 5 months. He's been out for 1 month, And he proposed and moved into her home immediately. And I'm like, I need to shake you. Like, I really just want to shake this girl. Because what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Are there actually people like that? This is real. This woman is real. Out for dick? Yes, Omen, yes. This other woman, oh, this one was horrifying. I was so upset. I wanted to call this woman and I don't know her, so I couldn't call her. This poor woman, okay, she is legally blind. She cannot see. Her and her friend go out to a club, okay? And she was getting all this attention. This blind woman, okay, was getting this attention. So her friend who drove her and was there at the club with her just abandoned her because she was so upset that her blind friend that she thought was less attractive was getting attention. She literally, and didn't tell her, just left. She didn't know her friend had left until she started going around the club trying to feel for her friend's dress. And she came on TikTok sobbing because she literally just got abandoned. She had to ask for help to get home. And it's like, yeah, women will set you, like, I can't tolerate that. As soon as I pick up a whiff of that from a woman, that your priority is getting dick, I'm so sorry. We're not going to be friends. Same thing. Woman made a video saying, I don't like going to Galentine's events. Okay. Galentine's events is like girls Galentine's. Okay. Anything can be a Galentine's. You can do Broentines. I don't give a shit. Okay. But she was like, I don't want to go to Galentine's events because it's just a bunch of women talking about how they're single and there's no dudes there. What do you mean? You don't want to hang out with your friends and like watch movies or like make dinner or like order food and like drink wine? I don't even drink wine. But like, what are we doing? What do you mean? What do you mean? Like, what are we talking about? And I'm like, I don't, cause like you can't talk to these women because they've just convinced themselves like it's crazy. I don't get it. I don't understand, you know? And she's single. She's not with anyone. She is single. That's just her belief right now. It's crazy to me. Girls' night spa time. Exactly. Hanging out. Let's make a craft. Let's do some manifestation. You know, like, who gives a shit? I've locked so many creators that kept posting during the Valentine's week. The whole shtick was, Garrett is me to cook for our hardworking husbands because men work so hard. And still, yeah, lame girls, and still have the Valentine's discounts. Exactly. Like, I just don't know. I don't know. Because it's like those same women, I feel like later in life, when they do get married or get pregnant and have a baby, they're the ones yelling about, where's my village? You know, like it's the same thing. And it's like, okay, well, the village starts with the Galentines. You know, the village starts with having friends outside of just hunting for dick. You know what I'm saying? Dudes these days are some shit for the most part. Yeah, respectfully, men okay, for those of you that missed it, on Valentine's Day, because we went live the next day, I went to a singles festival here in LA, okay, a matchmaking festival. Originally when I was in line, it was 5 women per man. By the time I made it inside, okay, it was probably 20 to 25 women per man, okay? And the men that were there were terrified. They were huddling, barely speaking to women, okay? And like it was a like all attraction, all genders thing. So like I had a yellow thing for like I'm into all genders. And there was very few women that were into women there, which was disappointing as well because there was a lot of gorgeous women. They were all straight. Devastating, truly. So I made friends. I didn't talk to a single man aside from the dude that made the pizza. That was it. Okay. Like it was pretty enigmatic, I would say, of the LA dating scene where like the women were like, yeah, let me go out. Why not? Let's see if I can meet someone. Oh, there's not any hot dudes here. That's okay. Like I made some friends, you know, like let me just go out and live life. And then a lot of dudes didn't even try to show up, and the ones that did paid for it, VIP, okay, which is similar in my view. I didn't want to pay for VIP. I was like, that's like paying for Tinder Premium, which I think is weird, okay? So I didn't do that. But a lot of the dudes that were there paid for VIP, which I do find interesting. Because I feel like they're like, no, 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 my goal is to find someone or to get women. You know my point? But also there, the fact that so many guys were like afraid of speaking to the woman and like approaching the women, I thought was interesting. Because I literally later, I called a few of my guy friends that are single that I like didn't even think about telling them about this. I'm like, I should have made you come with me because you would have collected phone numbers very easily because you can talk to women. You would have had a blast. Totally agree with about building a village is with building friends. Yeah. Like you got to talk to your neighbors. You got to make friends with people. You got to go to your building's Valentine's Day donut party. Was there 3 people there? Yeah. Did I go and get a donut and talk to them? I did. Okay? Cuz your village is also the people around you, okay? That's your community. You gotta figure out who the Girl Scout cookie plug is now so you can figure out which Girl Scout troops are cool for when you have a child that you want to put into Girl Scouts, okay? This is how the village forms, okay? What are we talking about? Oh, we're talking about male-centered women and men being unable to talk to women. Girl Scout cookies season. Let's go. Dude, I'm so mad at myself. So on Valentine's Day, I left that event. I was there for a couple hours and then I was like, I'm going to leave. And it was really funny because I left and there was a group of girls behind me, all gorgeous, all straight, devastating, okay? But they were like, none of the guys were hot there. You know what? We should have left as soon as that girl saw us in line and said, you all need to leave. The guys inside are ugly, short, and bald, okay? And so then as we were all walking out to go like walk to our cars, these 3 gorgeous goddesses of women, okay, walking by. And they're all so excited to go to the singles thing. And so they were like, should we warn them? And immediately they were like, you're too listen, you're going to wait in line. You're too gorgeous for that. Also, the pickings are devastating. Do not go in there. Like, you were in LA. There are so many gorgeous, hot women out here. And the men, they're out here. Like, they're there. Devastating. Same. I know. Because as soon as I was like, because I went in, I was like, let me see if I can meet someone. This will be a fun time, you know, whatever. And I was like, okay, there's very few dudes here. That's fine. I'm also into women. This is great, you know. And it was so many straight women. So many straight women. I mean, there were women that were also into women, but a lot of them were shorter than me, and I'm so sorry. That's my bare minimum with men and women. I'm consistent with my standards. I need you to be taller than me. I'm 5'2". This is not hard. This is not hard. It's my bare minimum. Just be taller than me. It can be 2 inches. That's all I ask. Just 2 inches taller. Size does matter in the height. Okay, if they gland up like the girls. It's not even about glamming up. It's about effort, you know? Abandon all hope you who enter here. Yeah, basically. And you can't talk to them. My cousin is like that. She was aggressively into any guy who liked me. I cut her off because we need better subjects of conversation than men. Men are boring losers. I would rather talk about grass. Exactly. I hear you. No, and it's like I've had... the other thing as well is it's like I don't talk to people who are like obsessed with like, oh, you're great. Why are you single? And it's like, yeah, I am great. That's why I'm single. Among other reasons. I have a lot of hang-ups, but I make a lot of people very insecure, and that's not my fault. I can't dim my sparkle. It's not my fault I'm self-employed and live alone and have a cool dog and that I do cool shit. You're not going to sit here and make me feel uncomfortable about that. Like, it's just not happening. Like... all my female coworkers here in LA are straight and they all complain about the men. Yeah. I mean, like, I am still bi. Like, I'm not one of those bisexuals that's like, I'm going to choose to only date women and like identify as a lesbian. Just because, unfortunately, I am still attracted to men. And like even in that instance, you are still bi. You're just choosing your dating preference versus, who your sexuality is. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the bi alert, Moonrise. They don't put the effort in. Yeah. Like everyone should, like the amount of girls in like their Valentine's themed outfits. I wore a red sweater, like I looked so cute. I was in a skirt, okay? Because I'm trying to do this thing where when I do go on a date, I don't wear jeans. So I was like, let me dress as if I'm going on a date. Let me do that, okay? So I wore a skirt, okay? And and it was just like, no, it's just like it's the weird thing that a lot of men have with humbling women right now when they're going on like a first date. It's the obsession with negging, okay? Negging is when you insult someone but you wrap it in a compliment, so it's like confusing, and it's supposed to throw them off and get them excited because they heard it from a dating coach in a movie one time 7 years ago. Who fucking knows? But it's weird, and I don't tolerate that because I am my biggest fan. Like, we're not doing this. My team? No. Absolutely not. Workplace relationships are incredibly dangerous. Absolutely not. I don't hire people I'm attracted to. Let me go with that. That's intentional. Same, I think that's fair. I don't date friends. I don't date creators. I don't date other creators. I have a very strict no creators rule because no creator-creator relationship I've seen where they both start out as creators ever goes well. There's maybe a handful that you could name right now that are not heading towards divorce or have not been in a horribly messy public breakup. Most supportive, intimate relationships are complicated. I think people's relationships would be a lot healthier if everyone realized that. Yep. Why do women need effort? Isn't it going to work and making money enough? No, I need you to not be a piece of shit. I need you to not be a Nazi. I need you to not be a Republican. I need you to actually care about the fact that like the current state of things is going to make it very hard if I ever choose to like maybe get pregnant. There's things that have to be discussed for long-term commitment and effort. And I need to know that you are like a fully functioning adult human, Post-breakup dramas are blowing up these days. Yeah, dude, I'm not playing with that. I refuse. It's unnecessary. For what? A few dozen, like tens of thousands of extra follows? Yeah, so sorry. I'm not dealing with it. But even then, socializing co-ed hobbies, Monger, like I feel like so many of that women go and do already. Women are already going out and doing going ice skating and doing cooking classes and going out to the gyms and things like that. And then so many men aren't going to those co-ed things, So it ends up being like a girl thing. Is Ultimate Frisbee still a thing? I think so. Struck out asking out a woman in person at a jazz recently. This conversation is giving me more confidence going forward. Honestly, if you strike, like the striking out is a normal part of flirting. That's like, and that's the thing. Like, I feel like some people are like, they're worried about that rejection that they don't even try. But it's like, if you just approach someone respectfully, it's like, hi, you're gorgeous. I was wondering if I could get your number. Can I buy you a drink? Who are you out with tonight? Like whatever. Like, and even if she's like, oh no, I'm so sorry, I'm seeing someone, I'm out with my friends, whatever. Like, you put yourself out there, have a good night, enjoy, you look stunning, goodbye, like the end. Like, it doesn't have to be this big traumatic thing. Why are we making it weird? It happens. Not in your clique, watch the news from France or something. No, I mean the guys. Yeah, I hear you. How's that end up being all fat, short, bald guys? I don't know. It's wild. They were not all short, fat, and bald. They may not have been my type, but for most of them. But like, they were not all short, fat, and bald. That was an over exaggeration from someone who I think was like 22. Okay. Oh, my brother is calling. One moment. He heard me talking shit about men. Not an emergency. We're good. Okay. You gotta just talk normally. Yeah. The cold approach doesn't feel natural. I don't. We cannot be friends first. You guys need to understand, I come from myself, and I'm very clear with people. I'm very clear from the jump. You know, if you're attracted to me and you're like, I kind of want to date Amanda, okay? If you call me swell, I'm kicking you in the shins. But like, I kind of want to date Amanda, okay? You got to be clear from the jump, because if we try and be friends, it's not even like I'm purposely friend zoning you. Psychologically, I will never be attracted to you again. I have a poor relationship with my family. Therefore, my friends become my family. As soon as you are in the friend bubble, I will never be attracted to you again. So you gotta show interest from the jump so I can put you in the proper mental category. Is this insane? Yes. Okay? But if we're gonna be friends, you're never gonna be anything else. Okay? And I feel like that's the case for a lot of people, because a lot of people, especially Gen Z, younger millennials, elder millennials, a lot of us have a lot of weird things with our families, so our friends become our family. So good luck with the friend zone. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be clear with me from the jump that you're interested in me in that way. Easy balding at 30, but don't know how to work with it other than hiding it with a comb over, but not taking care of their skin. Yeah. Hey, I'm Nomad. How's it going? There you go. Do it. I see. Yeah. New perspective. Yeah. Yeah, no, agreed. That makes sense. No friends to lovers, only enemies. Yeah, no, there's no friends to lovers with me. It's the worst trope. I hate it. I don't care, you know. Not even enemies to lovers. Don't be mean to me. That's the same thing. Like, I hate this, like, current obsession in dating with, like, I love a relationship where we can roast each other. I don't know you like that yet. You're not going to insult me on our first date. It's absolutely not happening. I will get the waitress's number and I will leave. Like, it'll be this simple. As a demigirl, I just have chronic friend crushes. Whoops, that's fair. Friends, and had it not work out in losing that friendship, yeah, it's not worth it. See, I hold my friendships very close to me, okay? I think it's totally normal to not want to date another creator. I'm in art and I kind of don't want to date another artist, LOL. Yeah, see, I'm very clear. There's two types of creators that I am willing to date. That's it, two. Cooking creators and then like builder creators. Mainly because my type in men is usually like, do you look like you can build a table? I like it rugged, okay? And so if you can build shit, cool. Cooking, fantastic, okay? But like, we can't both be talking head creators. I'm not dating another streamer. It's not happening. I'm not dating another commentary person. It's absolutely not happening, you know? Like, no, it'll go, we can't both be obsessed with like, oh, our video didn't perform well this week. Ugh. No. Babe, I'm gonna go try 6 new recipes. I'll let you know when I need taste testing. Fantastic, hot. Can you do things? Medium ugly +1. I hate the phrase medium ugly because I do like them hot. I am shallow. I find a lot of people attractive, but I do like them hot. I just like a rugged hot. Not pretty. I'm not a pretty boy girl, you know? Aside from women, I love pretty women. Come and go. Like, you can acknowledge your friends are hot. No, and like, my friends are fucking gorgeous. I'm just not attracted to them. If anything, I have friends that I found attractive when we first became friends. And then the more we developed the friendship, the less attractive they got to me because I like know them now. You know what I'm saying? But all of my friends are fucking hot. Jeez. Who said anything about a 9 to 5 drone? There's doctors in there. I would fucking love dating an accountant. I'd love a boring job person. That'd be great. Friends to lovers type. I respect that. I need to know where to mentally put you. It makes sense, yeah. Never had a friend become a significant other. Yeah, that's fair. I think that's normal. I mean, I've never really, God, I've only really dated one person, and that whole thing was weird, frankly. because he then dated one of my friends, and then she became obsessed with trying to convince us while she was still dating him that he and I should be together. It was a very weird, I don't know if it was a weird wing woman attempt, and I don't know if she still did it when they were sleeping together, but like it was really weird. And so yeah, I just don't play with the whole dating inside the friend group thing. I was also in those friend groups in school chat that like there would be one guy who would date everyone. And I would just be like, this is weird. I don't like this. Just broke up with my accountant fiance. I'm so proud of you. What about IT guys? That's fair. That's fine. What? A hot chef. Like, I'm really into athletes right now, but I feel like everyone's into athletes right now. But even then, it's like, I like a guy that looks like he can do shit, you know? To be an athlete is a level of commitment that's hot, you know? Like, same way, like, becoming a doctor, that's a lot of commitment that took you to get to that point. No one's committing to shit in my generation. Everyone wants to be a SoundCloud rapper or, like, Mr. Beast, you know? And it's like, when you actually have, like, a job and you've committed, like, all the Olympians, hot. They're all competing for their country right now. The amount of commitment, time, energy, effort that went to that, hot. That's hot. You know? Like, you've shown that you can commit to something. And you're not a wishy-washy fuck, which is unfortunately the state of most of dating right now. Same guys every couple of months. It was strange, yeah. I love a good love triangle tea. Which love triangle? That wasn't even love triangle tea. They all knew. It was just they were like together, and it would be like different times. It would be like, one dude, he dated her for like 2 months, then it was done, and then he started talking with the other girl like a month later, and then and it was like, this is weird. What are we doing? I think he's gay now too. That guy in particular, I do think he's out now. I'm not even American, LMAO. Straightforward is the move. Yes! No one ever wants to be casual. Do you know how many people I know? Hustling has a T in it. Monger. The amount of people I know who like would 100% like sleep with the men in their lives if the men even just tried at the start to ask them out, but they want to hang out. Do you want to hang out sometime? No. But if they were just like, do you want to go on a date sometime? Do you want to do X, Y, and Z? Just even one time. They don't want to date them, but like it's the effort. Commit. I knew that friend group that had like 3 guys and 3 girls in high school, and they all dated each other straightly. And I thought it was so weird, but they were all in each other's wedding parties. Wow. Wait, so they like got married? I mean, that's a success. That's a successful high school friend group, frankly. Is it casual now? Yeah, exactly. Thank you. You're good. When I was dating, I would let every woman know up front, this is what I'm looking for. It cuts out all the confusion, yeah. I love chaperone, yes. That's so messy, LMAO. I was gonna game. Instead, we've been talking about like the state of dating and like therapy talk for an hour. But yeah, that girl she's engaged to a guy who was in prison. He's not a sex offender. Okay, this was the point of this topic. He apparently, what it was is that when he was younger, he planned to shoot up a Walmart. His mom found out and went to the police and was like, my son has these guns. And they found the plans and he admitted to it. So he went to jail for 13 years for conspiracy to commit a mass casualty event. And that's why she's not talking about why he was in jail for 13 years. Because it's pretty fucked up. Now, apparently he was a minor. His frontal lobe was probably developed now. He was released for a reason, and I do believe in rehabilitation in instances of that, okay? However, he's been out for you've been speaking to him for 5 months. He's been out for a month, and now you're engaged, and he's living in your home. Like, what? Is he white? Yes. Yeah, he went to jail as a minor. But more straightforward because I at least know they're good with LGBT. Sometimes they're not as cool with T, but I find it less stressful. Fair. Plus, I don't want to make women uncomfortable. I mean, that's fair. And, you know, like we talked about the making women uncomfortable, obviously, in comment sections the other day. You know, and unfortunately, it is just a fact of life that, like, when you shoot your shot with someone, they might not be interested, you know, and it might be awkward and uncomfortable, like as a feeling, but like that is a part of life, you know. I don't get straight people or anyone who dates. Why would you go on a date with someone you can, when you consider your room and read fan fiction? Consider your room and read fan fiction. Some people do want companionship, Kuno. There is that. It's all in my head, but I want nonfiction. I don't. All right, God, there was a new game. I thought about playing that dinosaur game again where I kept getting killed, but I did find a different game that I thought might be fun. They are my children. There you go. It's me. I want companionship. Fuck that raptor. Dude, that raptor was just so mean, and I had the weapons. Okay, where did I find the game? Is it here? Okay.
Last revealed, you and your friends.
So there is this game, Red Rust Pioneers. I don't know if it's out yet. It might not be out yet. But it's like Red Dead Redemption, but like you're like exploring and shit. But not, so it's not Red Dead, like you're not like Red Dead Redemptioning. Okay, it is. You can apparently play it multiple players or by yourself, but it is a multiple. Yeah, coming soon to early. So it's not no early access yet. All right, add it to the wish list. It's not out yet. Why'd you give me the ad then? Why'd you show me that? That's from August. No redemption of the red variety. Yeah, but it's like you can like chop down trees and like hunt things. I thought that looked fun. You can like set up tents and go camping. I mean, I just have Hermes, and I mean, I have good relationships with my friends, and I have good affection with them, you know. But like, I'm just not motivated to date, like really at all. Like, there's no, you know, like in theory it would be cool, but like, am I looking for it? Do I need it? No, you know. Oh, goodness. Okay, what was I gonna do? There was something I was gonna do. We were checking the games and then the game wasn't working. So, do we want to play Fossil Hunt again? No. We could try the Claude demo again and see if we could figure out the, what's it called? But I've been looking at Vintage Story. Okay, let me see. I'll pull up Steam again. What's it called? Vintage Story? Vintage Story. Very off topic, but did you see that curling cheating accusations suspended the women's team as well? I saw it. Yeah, Canada apparently, you know. I don't want to make a joke about cheating Canadians. It sounds racist. It sounds prejudiced. It sounds weird. But like both teams have been accused of cheating. I know there's a Hobbit games where you can cook. It wasn't only us. It's not on Steam. Steam, they host on its own server. Ah. Yeah, we're not gonna play with that right now then. Why not go old school with Geometry Dash? Remember that now. If the leaf fits. No, okay, so apparently with the Canadian team, it was deemed to not be a hogline violation. The hogline violation is before it hits the line, the stone. I believe that's the hogline, okay? So for the Canadian team, also the fact that the footage that we have of the Canadian team cheating, that's not an official Olympic camera. That is a camera that the Swedish team set up because they suspected that they were going to cheat. So they set up their own camera and then handed it over once they saw that they were cheating. So the fact that there's no official video of the Canadian women cheating now as well, I don't know why there's not a camera on that line. That's very weird. Like, there's no video of them doing that, but they were accused of it as well. And it does look like her hand moves in the video, but it's not from the same angle as the Swedish team because they weren't filming that time. So why is there, I'm shocked there's not a camera on that line. What are we doing? Something is rotten in the state of curling. What is happening? Okay, let's go to store. Let's go. Categories. There's a walking simulator category. Call of the Wild, The Hunter. The Angler. Lots of let's go outside games right now on sale. Make good choices. The Convenience Store. Is this a horror game? I hear something. Sorry. Shelter 3? What is this? Are you playing as an elephant? Here's one you can play as a skunk. Why touch grass IRL when you can touch grass virtually? I guess. There is ever I don't think there's, even though the curling is always on live, I've never watched it. That's so weird. I'm shocked that there's not a camera there. That seems like there should be a camera there. Especially because, like, at least in this round, that's the number one. What is this? This looks creepy. Reveal is a narrative first-person psycho thriller game that focuses on story, puzzles, and exploration. Find out what's going on inside Walter Thompson and what his dark past at the Nelson Bros Circus has to do with it. What? The art style looks crazy. Alright, there's no demo for me to download. That would have been cool. Okay. I'm gonna add it to the wish list for now. Wait, where's the wish list button? There we go. I don't want it. Let's see. They put iron lung in walking. I guess that makes sense for walking simulators. There's the investigation category. I'm just going through the category section. Do no harm, Lovecraftian doctor simulator. Diagnose patients by analyzing unsettling symptoms and treat them using their book of medicine. These ones aren't as fun to me. I really didn't like strange horticulture. Just wasn't my favorite, you know? A police simulator? Jeez. Duck detective? What is this? Experience liminal spaces like never before. Dreamcore is the ultimate psychological exploration game set in the largest liminal world ever made. No guides, no path, only intuition. Will you keep your bearings in a world designed to make you lose them? Oh, we're downloading the demo. Okay, we're gonna play the demo. This is a liminal space. It looks like it's basically a walking simulator. We're downloading it. Let's do it. What sounds? Everyone's like, what? Okay. It's downloading. Is there a category for Dreamcore? I'm assuming no. Oh, there is. Yay. We shall try it. This should be fun. It's downloading still. It just looks to be a walking simulator. Honestly, very similar to art style to the crime scene simulator that we played. Okay, where is it? Whoops. Okay, perfect. Let me go here. Hi. Let me go here. Fix you. Why are you over here? There we go. Okay. Games. Where's my games sheet? Games. Okay, we've never played this before. We shall see. All right. Options. Just gonna turn it down slightly. Head bobbing on. We might turn this off. Okay. Controls. Da 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 da. Should be fine. Grabbing snack. All right, let's try this out. Explore the environment only by curiosity. Patience and observation are key. Okay. I don't think there's a goal to this. I think it's just like let's wander around and explore. Let's see. This is Dreamscape. Dreamcore. Sorry, not Dreamscape. What am I doing? Okay. How's the volume for you guys? Whoa. All right. Do we just... Oh, we came out of the slide? Dream pools. All right. Can I get up? Ooh. Very back rooms, obviously. Ooh, okay. Shift, control to crouch. Zoom in? What do you mean zoom in? Oh, am I on a camera? This is crazy. I can run. I might turn off head. Hang on, I'm gonna turn off head wobbling. Head bobbing off. There we go. Cool. Let's do that. Continue. Might be better. Okay, we're in, I don't I don't like that. Nothing indicates there's a oh. Scary door or this door? What do you think? This one? Let's go this way. Okay. What? Is that a plant? The running sounds so silly. Was that move? I don't like that I feel like there's movement that I'm not seeing. Wet socks. Dude, we're in a liminal space. What is that? Okay, we got a gravestone. Can I click it? For so he giveth his beloved sleep, and their third son, that's all I can read, died January 4th, January 1994. Okay, weird spot to put this. Surely there's a way to get out of this wet hellscape. That goes back into the wet hellscape. So it'd be really cool is if I could, every time I doubled back, it like changed. Oh! Fuck. Is that a dead end? No, it's not. This is so weird. I don't like this, actually. These plants are so weird looking. Oh, okay. Oh, there is a way for me to get up. There must be. What the fuck? What's that? Oh, there's another slide. Can I run in the water? No. No, I went down that staircase. There was no way to get up that staircase, I don't think. Oh god, there's music. Why is there music? Wait, it stopped! I don't like that at all, actually. What's over here? Okay, we found a way out. Okay. Where's the music? What's there? Okay. Oh god. E. Oh. Hi. Can I turn you off? I really don't. Okay. Well, glad I have you. Okay. Watch if I turn around. Does it? Okay, it doesn't move. That's really creepy. I don't like that at all. Okay, so I came up that way. I came that way. Let's go this way. Well, good news, I now have a flashlight. Another pool room. This was scary wallpaper. Really glad I found the flashlight, actually. What the fuck? Oh, it's the plant. Whew. Okay, we're gonna go this way. The plants look like things. I don't like that at all. A nice chill walking simulator. No. The running sounds so weird. Ah, don't go in the water. What's down here? Is that just a hall? Or another pool? This is pretty cool, like for how open it is. According to my sister, this is what this is. What is? I mean, it is a walking simulator. It's just super creepy and weird. Okay, I came out that way. Okay, now I gotta go back down. There's nothing scary, it sounds like. Very relaxing. Relaxing is crazy. We'll play a different game in a second. I don't like the fact that there's things here. Hi, Anarchy. This is creepy, but like there's nothing, it sounds like there's nothing scary in it. But like the plants from a distance look crazy. It's one of these things because it's like if I ended up here, I'd go insane. Like this, oh, come on. They've definitely killed people in here. They've 100% murdered people in here. Pool. Anarchy's like, that's a great spot for a photo. For my VTuber. It is. The plants from a distance look like someone's hunched over, and it's really stressing me out. Okay, right or left, chat? Make a decision. I was thinking a version of the labyrinth of the Minotaur would be interesting in a labyrinth like this. Ooh. I mean, I guess you could argue the back rooms are technically like a modern day version of the Minotaur myth, technically, with like those weird things. Everyone's saying left? Okay. We got one right and a bunch of lefts. Okay, it's just another... Wait, did I not just come through here? No, this is a different room. Okay. Is this another pool? Is this just a drop-off? It is. Okay. Wait, we're not back in that thing, are we? Oh, no. No. I say as I go in there. Yeah, wait, we're back at this thing. We're back at... Okay, no. We already did this. We did that. Chat, we did that already. I don't like that we're back here. Why are we back here? That's creepy. We went up, we went down, we went all the places. Okay. I feel like we already did this. Didn't we just come down through here when we got the flashlight? No, right? Okay. Back in this room. Okay, we did this. Yes? No. This is different. I don't like that. Nope. Come on. Let me out. Feels different. Yeah. I don't like this. What is that? Is it a plant? It better be a plant. Caution stairs. Okay, it's a plant. More stairs. Let's go up again. There's technically nothing to do here, chat. It's just like, surprise, you get to explore. Okay, that's not an actual doorway. I don't... Yeah, the spa from observation duty, some of the things from crime scene cleaner. See, in real life, I'd be sprinting through this. Okay, our character runs like a loser. This is embarrassing. This is mortifying, actually. No climbing over railing. Okay. See, a really cool thing for this game would be, like, it is just a sim... Is that a... What? Okay. Well, we found the pool room. Can I climb you? I can't. I have to go around. What would be a cool thing to add to this game, just to stress people out, is, oh, that's a dead end. Is you see shadows, but they don't actually hunt you. Like, it's just kind of to add to the uneasiness. Like, nothing's actually gonna get you. What the... Is there anything over here? No. Okay. There's a slide, but I can't get inside the slide. There's no other doors up here. It's very good at that. I mean, yeah, I'm speculating. I'm stressed out. I don't like it. What if I just hid here? The plants in the corners are upsetting. The plants look like someone's crouched over it. It's stressing me out. Even though there's nothing here. Ah! Stop! We run like losers, my goodness. Another pool. Where's Anarchy? Flashlight on? Yeah. Okay, so there's slide exits, but I don't know how to get to the slides. Sorry, excuse me. Fuck. Okay, there's an inner tube. What the fuck? Not the ball again! I don't like that. Why is the ball following me? I don't like that. Hi, Hermes. Sorry if I scared you. What are you? I can't look over there. Yeah, things in the pool that don't look at you. Okay, another pool room I have to go through. I can go up again. Hermes! Is there an anxiety speed run on this? How quickly can you go psychologically? No! I don't like that, actually. No, thank you. No, thank you. Oh, this fuck-ass plant. Wait, were we here? Did we already come through here? This looks similar. This looks familiar. God, did we already do this? Chad, I think we already did this. When did we double back? Yeah, we did this. Wait. By Walmart is helping my case. Yeah, we did this. Okay, we did this already. Oh no. That's not good. Yeah, we did this. Here's this. Here's the room. Here's the slides. We did it already. The yellow balls are gonna get us, chat. Yeah, see, here's this room. This is crazy. Okay, I'll look at other games in a second. I just wanted to give this a shot. Yeah, see, here's that one. I was like, oh, Anarchy would like this one. Okay, let's see. We can all also watch videos if you guys would like instead of this. I hate these things. This is where the ball came out. Is it gonna come out again? Is it gonna come out again? He already came out, so I don't think it would come out again, right? Yeah, okay. Fire water. Okay, I'm over it. Yes. All right. Yeah. The design is just to get me stressed out. Okay, let's see. We're free. Yes, I suppose we are free. Okay, let me go back to categories. Psychological horror. Let's see. Kill monsters with your voice? Yeah, absolutely not. Buckshot roulette is crazy. Needy Steamer Overload is a multi-ending ADV depicting daily life with an OMG kawaii angel, a young girl with rather extreme need for approval, attempting to become the #1 internet angel streamer. Iron Lung is being Poppy Playtime, Geometry Dash, Mimesis. No, I'm Not Human. Escape the Backrooms, Chinese New Year update. We got jump scared by a tower of balls. That was weird. Why was that there? Why is Geometry Dash in the horror section? Subliminal is a psychological horror game inspired by the urban legend of the Backrooms. Bleeding edge light and rendering handcrafted. Oh, this looks fucked up. Open-ended levels, light and perspective-based puzzles, nostalgic spaces, unfamiliar faces, and a rotting feeling that something is not quite right. Or superliminal. I found subliminal. The light is your tour, the fear that watches you. Or we watch spooky videos. There's also that. You know, really get into the, you know, you know, Valentine's Day vibe. God, I look back at some of my older thumbnails and I'm like, God, what is wrong with me? You guys watch that? All right, let's see. You guys, it's one of the faves. Wilderness Whispers.
His content is incredibly relaxing to watch. In this particular video, it was a cloudy day when he once again drove far away from civilization
Absolutely not.
to camp in a remote spot. Everything seemed normal at first, but something happened that truly put his life at risk.
You want to date monsters? Oh, he's got a bougie tent. We call this time of streaming chat. Amanda wants to not be... Oh, sorry, let me change the category. Amanda wants to not be, you know, wants to talk herself out of camping. Bro, why are you doing it that way? Jesus. The moment the video started. Okay, thanks, Sparkly.
He set up the tent and chopped some wood for the small stove he brought to keep himself warm through the night. Rain was in the forecast once darkness fell, so he wanted to get everything ready in time.
See, I
it
feel
had
like
all
those
the
types of
makings of
tents,
a perfect
though,
evening.
leak
The
without a
sound of
rainfly.
raindrops hitting the tent. The kind of cozy atmosphere where you could just sit back and read. After unpacking everything,
oh, look at
he
this
lit the fire.
doggy. She's a good girl. Oh, Jesus. Bro, how about you lean back when you do that next time? My God. Okay, we got proper gloves. Why did we not leave your hat?
After getting the fire going, he settled back onto his comfortable sofa
See, it's leaking!
and started reading the book he had brought with him.
Chat.
But this is when...
This is why rain flies are important. The front window panel, the top window panels of a tent seem like a really fun idea until there's rain in the forecast. You need a rain fly. No one likes soggy gear. No one likes a soggy tent, okay?
something happened. Something completely
No, I slept in my
unexpected.
car at that time. Let me guess, does the roof cave in because it's leaking? What the fuck? Holy shit! Oh my god! Oh my fucking god. Thank God he got up. Holy shit. Okay, Tyrant King, how's your toxic trait coming in? Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, let me back up a little bit. We're going to play that again. What happened? Why did he get up? So he just got up, brought some gear in. What happened? Did he leave the fucking canister inside? Because remember when he was lighting it, I was like, that's dumb. Because he took the canisters off the top and put them in the top bit. But I don't think, I was like, he's got to take those out. They just put them there for easier reach. Like, what did he do? Like, yeah, he did something. Was it the lack of circulation? What happened? Yeah, it popped the tent, so the tent collapsed. Okay, no, you got it. Yeah, get in. Oh, it did get him. Oh, God. I think the glass front, that tempered glass in the front blew off and cut him. Jesus. Jesus. Don't poke at it. I'm so confused. You're really quiet, bro. I know you're alone, but I'm so used to people talking in these videos. What happened? Get your gloves. Wear your gloves. There's a
The
lantern.
tent collapsed and he found himself standing out in the rain with an injury that could have been much worse.
Yeah,
so what
seriously.
actually happened? After reading for a while, he probably started feeling too warm and got up to move the sofa to a different spot. That small decision may have been the luckiest one he could have made.
Jesus.
Moments later, the stove unexpectedly exploded. Why? It seems that he may have accidentally placed a small gas.
I was right. I thought he took those out. God, I was like, why would you do that? That's so dumb. Why would you store them there? Because they heat up. He left the refillable canisters in that top compartment. I was right. Oh, God. You guys, it says highly flammable on the canister. When you have a hot box like this, you need to assume that entire thing is molten hot when it's in your space. Thank you for following for sponsors. You need to assume that whole thing is gonna burn you if you touch it. You have to operate that way with a camp stove like this. Internal outside stove, it doesn't matter, okay? To put those things, oh God, it's like putting a can of hairspray in a microwave. Oh my God. Jesus.
Gas torch in the top compartment of the stove and forgotten about it. As the stove heated up, the torch
they
likely
exploded.
overheated as well,
God.
eventually causing the explosion. He was
Yeah.
incredibly lucky he had stepped away when he did. If he had still been sitting in the original...
Yeah, that's one of those, like, listen, I'm not religious, but that's one of those, like, hand of God shit type of moments. You know, that's one of those miracles where it's like, you know what, I should move where I should change, should get a different angle. You know, like, that's one of those weird, like, psychic vision things, you know, where you're like, I should adjust. Something, I think I can get a better angle of me reading, you know? And it just ends up, you know, keeping you from getting a hunk of metal in your neck, you know? Like, that's crazy.
Original spot, the burns could have been far more severe.
Yeah, he would have been
possibly
that
affecting
whole
his
burn.
entire right side. As for the idea that it
He wouldn't have gotten up in time, I don't think.
was done on purpose, that doesn't really make sense.
No, that'd be dumb as fuck. But see, he has one over here too. Was that what it was? Or is that a... Yeah, no, that's the same one of those canisters. And then yeah, I guess he left
There
them in
would
there.
have been no way for him to know exactly when the torch would explode. It could have happened at any moment. If he had known it was there, he wouldn't have stayed that close to the stove in the first place. In my opinion, it was simply a mistake, an unfortunate one that led to a fire. Thankfully, he walked away with only a burn on his arm.
Yeah.
Still, the situation forced him to pack everything up in the rain and leave immediately.
Not even pack up. He needs to destroy that tent.
Paul So Hard is a channel where, well...
I'm so sorry. The name Paul so hard. Or upset for other reasons. Tatsu, we have learned that you don't keep... I don't think it's a lantern. I think it's a canister, like a fuel canister, which is wildly stupid to put in a stove. I think that's what happened. Absolutely had something looking out for him, yeah.
Paul really does go hard on his motorbike. He rides through hidden tunnels beneath downtown,
Paul so
sneaks into
flaccid.
restricted areas, and basically, if the bike fits, he's going in. That sounded weird. Anyway, his content is full of adrenaline.
Glad you acknowledge it.
And that constant chase for adventure often leads him to some seriously unusual places. In this particular video, though, what he found was genuinely disturbing. He and his friend were exploring an overgrown area just for fun, trying to see how far they could get, pushing deeper into a place most people would probably avoid altogether.
No, I'd wander through here. I'm a little shit.
Oh, my bad. I was just trying to dig my bike a hole so I could come help you.
Oh, okay.
And lay her down,
Sure you
brother.
did.
Where are you going with this?
Actually, yeah, bad call. Horrible call.
Drop the bars the other way. I got you. You'll go.
Push it.
Oh, bro. That was actually mean. I'm sorry.
No, it's a...
Oh,
I don't think it's a road. It's a riverbed, chat. I don't think it's a road. I think it's a riverbed. It's probably a tripwire video.
I saw the opportunity.
But that's definitely a
impulse
riverbed.
just kicked in.
Dried up riverbed.
I'm sure I'll be getting roosted on this ride.
While exploring, they eventually came across a train rail line. They spent a few minutes riding along it and messing around before deciding it was time to head back.
Is
But
the
as they
disturbing
turned
thing
around,
that you're...
Paul noticed something that instantly changed the entire mood of the day. Look.
Oh, no rear brake is scary. Front tire locked up. Oh my god, that's all the brake we have. Good thing she was in gear.
Oh god, what is that?
Bro, there's a human skull.
Yeah, the train tracks. It's just remote enough. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, internally, I was like, is it a body? Like, yeah. Because usually, if they're nowhere near a train stop, these aren't heavily foot trafficked areas. So someone could have passed away of their own accord or have been dumped here, and it's unlikely for them to be discovered for a long period of time because there's no actual stops here. There's no actual, like, maintenance happening. There's no actual foot traffic, you know?
Yeah, I think so. No, bro, come down here. No way, that looks like a human skull, guys.
Maybe it's not.
This is not what I wanted to find.
That blue thing I thought was something.
Bro, look at that. Is that not a human skull?
Check her out.
I've been watching the Dahmer doc and like...
I'm so sorry. I don't mean to laugh. But that is such a bro thing to say. I'm so sorry. That's disrespectful. There is a deceased human here. Potentially. But I've been watching the Dahmer documentary, so I know what a human skull looks like, you know?
On edge.
Bro, that's human.
Yeah,
Oh, that is.
that's a human skull.
Like, that's dead at... Those are teeth.
Yeah.
Did we call the cops? Like, that is a human skull. Holy crap, that is actually a human head. That is a skull.
Yeah. Is this another bone right here? I can't tell. That might be the mandible. I don't think it is. It's probably not attached. It probably, if there was a body at some point over here, animal predation probably happened. But yeah, you should call the police if you find something like this. You never touch it. Never touch anything. Do not move your bikes in this moment. I would call the authorities. If one of you goes to meet up with the cops, one of you needs to stay with the skull. You should I honestly would take photos of everything as you found it, just in case for when the police come, so you have them to protect yourself with timestamps, frankly. Obviously, there's video here, but if you're ever like out hiking and things like that, but you should immediately call the police. Do not touch anything ever, okay? I don't care if you see coyotes in the area. That's when you take photos. You do not touch anything ever. You do not want your DNA on anything. You don't want to be accused of manipulating the scene, okay? Contact authorities. A prosthetic skull? It could be prosthetics. It's too clean to be a prosthetic. Let's find out. It could be a prosthetic. I don't know if it's clean. It could be sun bleached.
I don't think I've ever seen one before.
Bro,
Don't touch it. You're too close to it. Oh my god.
That's the murder weapon.
That's kind of scary.
What do you mean that's the murder weapon? Is there a knife next to it?
Like, I think we gotta go to the authorities on this one.
Is there a knife next to
I
it?
don't know if I want to keep, like, I think we need to call the cops.
Stop breaking things. Why?
You don't
Boys
wanna
are
be a part?
silly.
Stay here all day long. I don't know.
Let me call my friend who's a cop. So I guess my friend said to call 911. That's not what I was trying to do today. That is wild, guys. We
just
found
cut this part out.
this part?
Yeah.
I'll leave this part in. I feel like this is good. No.
Boys are so weird. Boys are so weird.
Oh, there it goes.
Stop stepping on shit.
How are they gonna get out here?
Are we going to put the cops on the back of our thing? Police. I found a human. We're off in the woods. We're around find dirt bikes, and we just found a human skull.
Jesus.
Okay, do you know where exactly?
I don't think this is staged. I think boys are dumb. I don't think this is staged.
The park that you're at.
They actually ended up calling the cops and went to meet them on the road.
How you doing? Good, good.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Is the cop listening to Golden? Is the cop playing Golden? Is that Golden? Is the cop listening to Golden?
Yeah, we found a human skull back there. Through there, you can like gut through the fence and get there. Well, the cops showed up now. We're gonna go follow them. They're gonna talk to the homeowner and see if we can't sneak on by to get to where we want to go. But now I don't really know what's happening, but we're just going and seeing what's happening. So the people are actually gonna open up the gate, which is surprising. I didn't think they were.
So this is the back of their property.
To our surprise, they are. So we'll be able to go. Bro, this is getting crazy.
This is like how to get trapped in 101.
For real. But we're the cops, so we're good. Holy crap, we're actually going to find a human head. I wonder if they find the rest of the body. Like, I'm so intrigued. Yeah, I think if we go this way, we can get there too.
After a while, they returned to the spot, and the cops began their
Skull is
investigation.
gone.
I didn't see any other body parts.
Oh, I do.
Where?
Something right through there. That's got it.
Oh.
Piece of bone.
Yeah.
There's the rest of his backbone right there.
Yeah.
Must have washed out.
Right through here. Yeah.
Yeah, if you look.
My guess was
All the way up. See right there to your left, and then right there behind that.
Oh, there's another one, yeah.
shoe. Holy. Oh, there's a bunch in there. Holy cow.
Jeez, yeah,
There's
must have
another
gotten
one there.
caught in the
There's
tree.
one over there. Holy
My
crap.
guess
All the
was
way up
someone
the rail
jumped
tracks.
off the train. That was my first
Or
thought.
they got hit by a railroad.
Yeah,
track.
or
Now we got sent up to go get some more cops, so this is really getting crazy. I guess more units. Homicide is coming. Like, this ain't no joke out here. They are deep out here. How's it going?
For you though, bud, I don't know where back here in this green belt they be shooting.
Yeah, no, I saw bullet holes up there. Yeah, normally we'd in and out of here, but y'all find anything else?
we really haven't been stepping around it, just
Yeah.
keeping it as clean as possible.
It's a little late
Yeah,
for that,
wondering
bros.
if you
You
could
broke
put your phone
branches.
number.
Yeah. I'm scared. There's bones in that shoe.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it till y'all said something.
There's a
How often do y'all
shoe.
get calls for this type of stuff, or?
This is my first in 7 years.
No way.
Remains like this, yeah.
That's crazy.
Usually we find decomps, but
Yeah.
Yeah, decomp's not full bodies, full bones.
20 years.
No way. Well, thank y'all for y'all service.
Blue and white.
Yeah.
My best guess is he probably fell, crack died, and then the floods came through and washed.
Gotcha.
It's been picked clean by buzzards, and I mean I'm not surprised with your audience over there.
Oh, yeah.
Killing fields when we used to drop deer off in our ranch. 3
Okay.
days they pick them clean,
Wow.
so I would not be surprised.
Oh, they're saying they
Wow.
see vultures and
Awesome.
falcons.
Sweet. Well, y'all have a good evening.
Now, that's extremely sad. According to the cops, they had never seen anything like this before. It wasn't just a skull. The entire body was found deeper in the vegetation. At the end of the video, Paul shared an update about the situation.
I'm so sorry. You are too old to be that dumb with some of the stuff you were saying and doing in this video. That is crazy. Oh yeah, these videos, we like to make the channels we like to make fun of, but they usually do a pretty good job of actually finding a variety of videos and various clips to find versus pulling from like the same 3 channels. So yes, we do have to deal with the AI voice being shitty.
It seems the person had dementia and was probably wandering in that area,
You have
eventually
no-
dying from undisclosed cause.
That's what the cops speculated. There's no reason to they have no idea how old this person was. That obviously looks to be an adult skull, so there's that. We know it's an adult. We have no way of knowing who, how, where, what, when, why. There's speculation. That's all it is.
Causes, likely a fall that caused head trauma. Since the area isn't frequently visited, no one had ever found the body until then. Paul mentioned that discovering the body
update
brought
from
closure
later.
to the family, and they were able to bury it properly, so
Well,
we
that's
can
good.
safely assume the person's identity was confirmed.
That's
It's
good.
really sad, especially knowing it was right next to the train rail. It makes you wonder if the train might have played a role in the person's death. Thinking about the family searching everywhere for them
yeah.
without success is heartbreaking. Doug is a guy some of you might know from the channel Fear Fanatics.
No, I did not hear them say that he posted an update later. I thought that the narrator was pulling from the speculation the cop gave, which the cop would not know how old the person was from looking at the teeth, is my point.
Which is similar to mine. He posts compilations of creepy encounters, so if you like my content, you might want to check him out too.
Also with AI,
He
wow.
also uses his channel to feature some of his own camping adventures. But in this particular video, something happened to him that could easily fit into one of his compilations. He was camping solo, walking down a trail in search of a good spot. It was raining a little, so he was probably the only person out there at the time. He was actually live streaming, and nothing unusual happened during the stream, but after he ended it,
Yeah,
he
it's
noticed a
Wilderness
light
Whisperer
in the
second
distance.
channel. No, I heard that after I finished talking. That's what I got.
Okay, okay, there's the light, guys. I'm gonna turn my light off. Do you see that light?
Okay.
Now, I don't know if that's, I'm so glad it's back on. I don't know if that's a street light. If that's a street light, I'm gonna feel like a fool. But I swear to God, it was off not too long ago.
Okay.
And now it's back on. And I don't really know what I should do. I feel like it's moving, but it could be the leaves on the trees just like swaying and like
Yeah.
making it appear to be moving if it's a street light. But I'm gonna keep, and it looks like it's getting brighter, bro. This is freaking me out because I'm in the middle of the woods, dude. I'm gonna have to go down there though because this is the way to the first sight, and I swear it's moving, bro.
I think that looks like tree movement.
I'm thinking there could be somebody camping down here.
Okay.
After a while, the light disappeared, so even if it had been a person, it didn't seem to be a threat. After hiking a bit longer, he eventually found a nice spot to set up camp.
In the rain? I hate setting up camp in the dark. I hate it.
All right, guys. So
Because without
this
fail, you forget to move a rock. And you find it at 3 in the morning. Every time. You will miss a rock, you will miss a stick until it is digging into your side in your tent.
like it's a big clearing, and the trail is like right behind me. It goes both directions, this way and this way. So if you're allowed to camp off the trail, like I told you before, as long as you don't make a fire. So what I'm gonna do is, I like this spot because it's up on top of this like hilly area, and nobody, well, I don't think anybody would come up this way, even if they saw the tent, which I don't think they would see. It's pretty far down. So I'm gonna put my tent right here, get that going, and then I'm very tired, like I said before. It's still raining. I can't wait to get this tent up and get inside and just like lay down and get this backpack off. So
he got to work, setting up his tent, getting inside, and watching some videos on his phone. But after a while, something happened that felt really strange.
So you were the ones who busted.
Oh, it's a video on his phone. I was like, what the fuck?
I thought I heard footsteps. I'm gonna turn my light. I do. There's something outside my tent gun. Yeah, I can see a light.
Stop vocalizing. Okay. Hi. Again, I feel like I have to do this once every time we watch one of these camping videos. If you believe there is someone outside your tent that wants to hurt you, stop vlogging. Keep filming, but shut up. Okay? Don't vocalize that you know they're there. Don't vocalize that you're alone. Don't vocalize that you only have a flashlight with you, that you have no weapons. Stop vlogging. Okay? Because you have no idea what they have, what they're hearing, what they may want to do to you. Okay? Okay. He's got a knife. That's a knife. Why'd you go back for the camera, actually? That's crazy.
There's somebody over there with a flashlight. They walked right by my tent.
Okay.
And now they're on down the trail.
They were doing what you were doing.
Bro. My heart is beating so fast right now. But all I can hear is rain now.
He probably
I
did
did
what
see
you
somebody
did,
on the trail
which
with
was
a
find a
flashlight,
spot
and I
to camp
swear-
and then saw you and kept it pushing.
They came from this
It's
way.
scary, not denying
and
it's
walked right down
scary,
the
but
trail.
like this
And
is
then when I
not
stuck my camera outside.
that big of a
I
deal.
could see him walking.
He hiked
He
at
was
night like you were hiking at
continuing
night.
walking, but he did
Like
stop.
it's one of those things where it's like if he hiked during the day and then set up his tent and went to sleep, that'd be one thing. And then this happened. He did exactly what this dude is doing. Hiking at night, setting up his tent at night, and then someone happened to pass by your tent. That's it. That's it.
And he shined the light on my tent.
Someone was
Yeah,
outside
'cause
with
he
a
was-
flashlight,
okay.
but since he was really close
Alright.
to the trail, he
Alright.
assumed it was probably just a hiker passing by. He decided to stay put for a while since it didn't seem impossible or suspicious. But as he stayed in the tent, he started hearing footsteps again, and that's when he peeked his head out once more.
SSD on it, and it died when I stuck my head out. Thank God this phone is working because this is my only communication
That's a big
with the
knife
outside.
sheath. Okay, good.
If I needed to call
Scott,
somebody,
big
at
knife.
least this phone, hopefully, will be working.
Y'all have a good night. Bye.
Oh, I do see somebody outside.
Okay, yeah, there's a person. Hi. Oh, that's creepy. Actually, fuck that. Nah. Nope. Nope. They turned their light off. I don't like that. I don't like that, actually.
Okay. See, this is not right, dude. Like,
Bro.
if he is just gonna keep sneaking around here.
If you got here, comment the word crown.
No. Yeah, and that
You
is
guys
that
saw
they're going
that.
back to their tent.
I'm not staying here. If he
You've
wouldn't
already
even
made
answer
yourself
me, and he
paranoid.
came
It's
back
fine
and,
to
like, was
leave.
just standing there, and then he took off running. I'm getting my shit. I'm getting the fuck out. Excuse me. I'm getting my stuff, and I'm getting the heck out of here.
The person was there again, but this time when they saw Doug, they slowly backed away, as if they didn't want to be noticed. It became clear that Doug was being watched by a stranger. He stepped out of the tent to check, but the person ran off. That was enough for Doug to realize he wasn't really safe, so he packed up and left the woods. Definitely the smartest move. As for who that person was or what they wanted, it's hard to say. Was it a stream sniper watching his live and trying to
Were you
scare-
live streaming? I missed that. I thought this was a video. Was he live? Oh, God. Oh, God. I am so sorry. Respectfully, IRL streaming is so dumb. Like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. You were live streaming this?
For him, a confused hiker who didn't realize the tent was there, or a random
Probably that.
stranger stalking him.
No.
We may never know.
No.
But one thing is certain.
Probably that middle
Doug
one.
did the right thing. Packing up and leaving was absolutely the best choice he could have made. Now, if you got here, that means you like what you're seeing, right?
Why are you showing me feet?
So how about
Why are you
hitting that
showing-
subscribe
Absolutely
and
not.
like buttons? And if you truly enjoy it, you might as well hype the video
No.
and click the bell icon to be notified when I
No.
post. Also, take a look at this awesome merch. Maybe you'll like something.
Horror game is props a bad
A
idea.
few
Let's find
guys
out.
were
Oh,
hiking
don't worry.
on
We
a
have a
trail
bizarre
in
bug
Glacier
video next.
National Park, and everything was going smoothly.
No one really knows what hype does. It's a thing for smaller channels, I think under 100K, so I don't even think it works on this channel anymore. But basically, it's like viewers can hype up smaller channels to help them rank on the hype sheet. What the hype sheet is, I don't know. I have 500K, so this doesn't apply to me. But I've hyped up a couple of friends' videos and videos that I've seen that I've liked from smaller channels. But I don't know how to explain it because it never was given to me.
Until they looked behind them. That's when they realized they were being followed by a massive grizzly bear.
Show me the bear.
At that moment, they started recording, and one of the guys, who seemed a bit braver than the rest, began talking to the bear. Here's the footage.
He's just chilling.
Get up the hill.
Listen, he just wants to have some brewskis with the boys. And I really think that you're being really mean to him. He's just trying to feel included. He's building community. He's really trying here.
Slower, slower.
You let me know when you think I should put a little spray that way. Huh?
Oh, good.
You
They
let
have
me
bear
know when
spray.
you think I should put a little spray that way.
Little too far away for bear spray at this point.
Hey, get off that hill.
Yeah.
Hey,
Just make sure you don't fall.
get up that hill. Get up that hill.
Oh, God damn it.
Go on,
The
get.
bear's... I like the bear looking like, there? You want me to climb that?
Get up the hill. Get out of here.
Watch him. He's looking up. He's coming. He's still coming, buddy.
Get
Yeah,
up
that's a
the
brown
hill.
bear.
Back
That's
up.
gonna
Keep
get
on
him.
high ground, maybe.
Get up the hill. We don't want you here.
Yeah.
It's so funny how that bear seems to really understand what the man is saying. For example, look at this part when the man tells the bear to get up that hill. The bear almost looks
Yeah, the bear looks like, you want me to climb that?
like it's thinking, "Sir, this is a public trail. I can use it if I want."
I'll give
But
you that. That was
eventually
funny.
it seems to say, "Okay, fine." Then the man starts laughing and the bear turns back like, "Why are you laughing? Do you want me to come back there?" Yeah, that was definitely an early celebration, but fortunately the bear didn't want any trouble. I mean, to cause no trouble. The men were brave because they had bear spray, but it's good that nothing escalated. For you guys, though, always make sure to check over your shoulder every now and then when you're hiking on a trail. Darren's Northern Life is a channel mostly dedicated to fishing. His
Alright.
videos are extremely educational and very well made, but
Baby
in this
fish.
particular one, he nearly recorded his own death. It was December 2018, the final day of Manitoba's deer season, and he decided to hunt at a spot he had visited a few times before. However, this time it seemed like some people were hunting there illegally, without any permission to be on the land.
Well, I just took a walk up to the corner here just to see if there's anything in the field yet. I'll be going back down over here where I stand. But I get here, and wouldn't you know it, there's another person sitting right there in a truck with his cargo light on.
Okay.
I can guarantee you he doesn't have permission in this piece here. Otherwise he'd be sitting in one of those bail blinds that they have. And he's clearly not hunting this piece. For one, I could almost guarantee he doesn't have permission, and two, where he's sitting, he wouldn't even be able to
Ran
shoot
into a
through
group
this
of
tree
human
line
men
here.
in the
It's too
woods.
thick. So, yeah, just another trespasser, poacher,
Yeah, and they'll kill you.
flipping road hunters.
He couldn't let
Hey, I've stumbled upon someone doing something illegal. So I'm going to keep filming them. And vocalizing that I know that they're doing something illegal. Like, poachers will kill you. Like, they will. If it means not going to jail and getting a fine.
the trespassers ruin his last chance to hunt, so he left without thinking too much about them. Time passed and he returned to his hunting position. It was about 6 p.m., the final moments of legal hunting time, and that's when everything took a scary turn.
Oh my goodness, that bullet just came over my head.
Me Being Dumb compilation number 45.
Sound like a hit though.
Guaranteed to have a gun, exactly.
You freaking idiot.
I feel like so many hunters get killed by other hunters in these instances because a lot of people are dumb. And I'm not saying that hunters are inherently dumb, but it's kind of like you can do everything right on the road, and the chances that someone else is having a bad day or losing control of their car or should not be on the road is not zero. And you could still end up in an accident even if you do everything right. As a hunter in this instance, you could do everything right and you're still out in hunting season with potentially someone who could be a complete fucking idiot with a gun, you know? No, I get that. Great, heck yeah. But he didn't leave once he acknowledged that they are probably illegal hunters. He vocalized that they are poachers and then stayed till it was getting dark for the legal hunting time. That's dumb. Get out of there. Once he got footage of them and he was ready to go. Should have left immediately.
Some bigger trees here.
Yeah, exactly.
This guy's gonna freaking kill me. He's shooting right towards me. Oh my goodness.
Stay low. Are you low? I can't tell if he's low or not.
Okay, at least there's some trees between us now.
The skinniest trees known to man, by the way.
Idiot.
No, because he definitely saw them. It's hunting season. There's hunters out. They all know that. The guy is just there illegally, not in the proper spot. So he got him on footage. The guy saw him, which is probably why the guy kept going. Just dumb to stay. Leave.
Well, that's exciting.
Now, Darren had almost been shot twice. It was unclear whether the shooters didn't know he was there, or if they did and fired anyway. Darren decided to confront them, believing that the people who had shot at him were the same ones from the car he had seen parked there earlier. When he approached, the car was empty, so he started taking pictures of the license plate. It wasn't long before the guys returned and asked him what he was doing.
No, you should not shoot back at them.
How much? Taking pictures of the license plate? Is something wrong? Everything all right?
Somebody shot at me. I got on videos. Literally, a bullet came flipping right over my head.
Two shots earlier, right?
Yeah.
Around
Shot
4
at you.
o'clock?
Yeah.
Where
Somebody
were you?
walking down the edge of Hugins Field here.
Yeah, there was a guy walking on the end of the trail here.
Literally my biggest fear. 3 men confronting me in the dark with their truck blocking my path. Actually, fuck this. I actually hate this. I actually hate this. Why are you taking photos of this license plate here? And then you proceed to tell them why you're taking photos of the license plate? Like you can't see their faces properly and you're filming. Oh God, the survival instincts of a turnip. Oh my God. Oh, you got shot at what time? 4 o'clock, about 2 shots? Okay.
Here. So I was on the far side. Somebody walked down this side here, and freaking bullet. I seen a deer came out, and I seen a guy walking. And sure enough, boom! You can. It's probably on video too. You can hear the bullet.
Oh, no shit. Well, it wasn't us. We're over here.
No, the first shot wasn't hit because it half a mile later it was still way up in the air. It sounded like a hit. I know it sure sounded like it.
It did ever. Yeah.
Now, although the guys denied shooting at him, you could almost hear.
Yeah, these are the guys, chat. These are the fucking guys. That's the point. Ugh. You know, I talked about this with the Ryan, not Ryan Trahan, the Bia Hiza video where he went car camping, okay? Because from the moment he was woken up, he should have immediately believed that the man that was pounding on his window, demanding him to open his door and blocking his way out of where his car was parked was there to cause him harm. He claims he didn't know the man was there to cause him harm until he heard him swearing at him and trying to open the door, even though he had been opening the door the entire time. And then he like broke the glass of his car window and cut his eye. And like, and men are just fascinating to me because as a woman in that moment, until proven otherwise, I am assuming you were trying to cause me harm. In this moment, I am assuming you were trying to. Why are these three dudes walking up on you like this? What are we talking? Why are you telling them you have evidence of a legal shooting? Why are you telling them you are taking photos of the car? I wouldn't say I'm taking photos license plate. It's like, oh no, my buddy has a truck like this. I was gonna send it to him. I thought it was his truck. I thought he was out here shooting. I was gonna wait for him. It's your guys' truck? Oh damn, I thought it was my buddy Marcus's. Damn. You guys got anything? You guys got anything good? No? All right, you guys have a good night now. Fucking play it off. Lie. Why are we honest? Why are we being honest? Everyone lies, but never when it counts. No one's ever lying when it counts anymore, okay? And that's to get yourself out of a fuck-ass situation. This is crazy.
Hear it in their voices that they knew exactly what had happened. They tried to play it off like they had no idea.
Honestly, the fact that he was filming may have saved his life, but easily this could have been a different way.
But one of them, in particular, hung back from the conversation and looked guilty. It's good.
Yep. Easily, this could have gone a different way, and we never would have seen this footage, because his body would be buried in the woods. Like, you guys, I need men to be serious, actually. This could have gone a very different way.
Good that no bullets hit Darren, but you can't deny how terrifying it must have been to hear them whizzing by. The sound of a bullet cutting through the air is chilling, knowing that if one had hit your head, you wouldn't even hear it coming. Everything would go black, and you'd never know what happened. It's safe to say that in the forest, humans are often far scarier than wildlife. I mean, Darren was wearing bright orange. He wasn't exactly hard to see. He's convinced that one of them did shoot at him, but he couldn't prove it. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed these kinds of videos, don't forget to hit.
In the following video,
We have a
two
bug
sisters
video.
are alone at home, hiding inside a
Supposed
room
11 days
when their
ago.
house alarm starts to go off.
I'm recording. Wait. Do you hear that?
As it seems, someone had entered their home. Their security camera shows the front door open, suggesting that someone did in fact break inside. But what's strange about this is that when they replay the moment the door...
Okay, as always, I share this very clearly. If you break into my home, you better run. Like, you step inside, and you better be like, fuck, okay? California doesn't have stand your ground laws. It doesn't fucking matter, okay? There'll be one when I'm done with you. Don't come into my fucking home, okay? Also, when you come into my home, you should be scared because you're now in my home. It's kind of like when you're hunting a predator in the woods, you're in the bear's home, okay? So, like, you should know, I know where all the hiding places are, okay? I know where I've stashed shit. If I don't kill you, you're gonna wish you were dead, okay? Don't come into my home. And I don't know why we don't have this mentality more. Why are you in my home? Why are you this dumb to step into my home where I know where everything is and you don't, okay? You're done. The end. And I need more people to have this mentality, okay? This is your safe space, okay? So you need to make sure that for everyone else it's unsafe, okay? That's what you got to be doing. You've entered the Thunderdome, okay? I want it to, there's, the only reason I want an Alexa, okay? The only reason. I do not want smart home devices, okay? But there was one funny video that I'll never forget. And it was an Alexa home. They had hooked up all the lights and they set it up to, I think it was either an Iron Man, security alert. Lockdown initiated. Like one of those things, and all the lights turned red. Okay. Extermination procedure activated. You know, like that type of voice control happening when someone enters your home. Okay. That's the only reason I would want something like that. I hate an Alexa, so I'm not going to do it. Okay. But my God, I've thought about it.
Door opens, no one is seen. It just seemingly opens up all on its own.
I don't like that.
Now, at this moment, the two sisters didn't see how the door opened up. They just saw that the door was wide open.
Alexa, deploy the Claymore Roomba.
And it doesn't help that they just heard a police.
I create a Roomba that just plays, "You're gonna die tonight," when an intruder is spotted. Okay, here, let me use the bathroom real fast. We'll be right back. God, it is cold. I'm so cold. Also, I got a snack. I'm having another soft cheesecake. This is the second one I've had today. And no, I have not had dinner yet. But alas. Alrighty. Let me hang on, let me fix this. No, that's not. Is it this one? There we go. There we go. A little better. Okay.
Siren outside their house, but as if the situation couldn't escalate anymore, this happens.
You're fleeing your home? I mean, I get it. You're teenage. I'm an asshole. I'd wield that guitar. No, fuck that, actually. You left the phone?
Clear.
I think the other friend had a phone. Okay, good. Why did the music change? Okay, that's the smoke from the diffuser. Yeah, fuck that. Actually, I don't like that at all. I don't like that. It's just focusing on the dark room now. There's no movement. There's no movement. Dude, what the fuck is that? There's no slow-moving shadow figures? No, they're all runners and track stars, obviously. They all must be runners and track stars. There's no movement over there. What are we doing? There's no movement there. Why are we acting like it's scary?
Clear.
Is there another movement on the thing? This is a long ass clip. Nothing's moving over there.
As it seems,
Why did we delay
another
this that
presence
long?
had been inside the home, though not the kind they were expecting. Both sisters initially
does
thought a
move
person
weird.
had broken in, but
I will
upon
say it does
watching the
move weird.
footage and seeing the small, shadowy figure dashing past the camera, they knew that this was something else. Whatever this was doesn't appear to have any discernible features, and it doesn't help that it moves exceedingly fast before
No, it's
disappearing
really
out of
fixed.
nowhere.
The fact that it just moved so quickly,
Yeah.
but then like the motion capture camera didn't see that shape, and like when it was tracked.
Even the camera seems to have trouble identifying the figure. There's moments when it passes by and no visual tracker appears around it, But then strangely, at times, the green box appears in a dark room as though something was being detected. Never before has the camera done this until tonight when the door opened by itself.
The door is
Front
super
opening
weird.
on its own. That closed. We closed that door.
And I mean, this house is like brand new. Like it's not old or like anything.
Yeah.
Considering that all this activity was preceded by the door opening, they believe something paranormal had forced its way in, which makes you wonder about the video from early on. Could it be that something supernatural had opened the bedroom door at the beginning of this video? Or was it simply due to something else after watching the footage?
The bedroom door have opened because you opened the window and you were frantically moving and it was an Airstream.
It's hard to say what exactly occurred.
Hermes, relax, Bubba's. It's okay. Relax.
Just what exactly was the camera picking up that night? As always, let me know your thoughts on this one. On a Wednesday night, a team of paramedics arrive at a house to assist a man with severe schizophrenia. According to the man, he couldn't leave his room because someone was standing at his door.
They're not gonna let me go past it. They're not gonna let me go past it. Somebody's there.
Okay. So this is psychosis, I'm assuming. As they're noticing schizophrenia. Hermes, I need you to chill out. Come here, Bubbas. Come here. Come to work. Come on. Come on. Hermes. Yeah, I know. I don't think this is creepy or scary. It's probably it could be framed as creepy because he's filming it, but it's probably not an actual paranormal experience, most likely. Hermes. He wants to bark.
We're right here. I'm telling you, somebody's at the door and they're not gonna let me go past it.
They wearing? What are they wearing?
They're wearing blue. But
Good,
someone's
good.
there and they're not gonna let me go past it.
Good.
Someone's at the door.
I need you to sit up, okay? Can you do that?
You gotta listen. There's no need to apologize. Whatever makes you comfortable, okay?
Thank
We're
you.
here for you.
It's a clock.
Okay?
All right? Is that okay? That it?
Okay.
Is that it? Are you okay?
While claiming to see someone standing at his door, a clock falls without warning. Now, the possibility of this being a coincidence isn't entirely ruled out, but when you consider the fact that the clock was securely mounted on the wall, well, things get very strange.
Bubba's, come here. Hermes. Hermes.
Now, aside from the clock falling, there's something else in this video that was recorded, and it has to do with this doorway. 23-year-old Cass, the man undergoing psychosis, is a diagnosed schizophrenic who in a short video says this.
Yeah.
Schizophrenia, you probably are not crazy. We're not crazy. People that have schizophrenia are normal people. My most common hallucination is seeing a shadow figure in
That's
doorways,
fairly common though, is
like
it not?
in any doorway. So think of any doorway in your house. My therapist and I do something called visualization dismissal. So I open and close the door repeatedly, and that kind of like scrubs away the shadow figure.
Although he wasn't seeing a shadow figure this time, he was seeing a man. And this man just so happens to be the same thing that his girlfriend saw 2 years ago in their old home. Keep in mind that Cass's girlfriend doesn't have schizophrenia or any condition that causes her to see things that aren't there.
What's wrong? What? What?
Okay, I don't like that.
There's nothing in there. What?
Her description of what she saw was eerily similar to Cass's depiction of the man. Now, because of this angle, we can't see what it is that she saw, but thankfully, there's another camera in this house that might have recorded evidence of the so-called man. Over on Cass's channel, you'll find many videos where he documents his schizophrenic episodes. Thanks to his GoPro, he can easily record moments of extreme psychosis by simply pressing a button.
What I do is, if the hallucinations
I don't think this is like a paranormal experience, but I do think that content like this, from his point of view, can be extremely helpful, not only for documenting for himself his episodes, but also for people who may not fully understand schizophrenia or what they might be going through. Obviously, because for so many people, their first explanation of schizophrenia comes from media, which often, on occasion, vilifies it and I'm gonna go with often vilifies schizophrenia. And so instances like this of him simply being in his own home and experiencing these visions and documenting that, I think is helpful for people.
Really strong, and I am not even making sense out of reality. I use this, and basically I point it at the door frame or whatever I'm seeing, and look at the screen. And if what I'm seeing in the door frame isn't on the GoPro screen, it's not real. Helps me calm down.
I'm doing really bad right now.
However, there's one video on his channel that's completely different from the rest. While talking to an hallucination, he captures this.
You always say the same thing. No. Quit it. Stop bringing that up. Stop saying that. You always wait till now to say that.
With the music, I'm like, what am I supposed to be seeing?
Whoa.
Oh, for fuck's sake, no. Absolutely not.
Alexa, light on.
I don't like that. That's weird. It's wind, but it's in a weird spot. It was down at the bottom and flicking just those two. Clearly, these tactics have worked really well for him because he's obviously scared, but he immediately moves into his dismissal tactic that he has been trained with his therapist and his psychiatrist to be doing. So that obviously is working really well for him because that's the first thing he thinks to do. He removes himself from the room and then does his activation techniques to try and dismiss it. So, which is that's really good. I don't like that. See, now they're all kind of swaying. Yeah, see, fuck that actually, because what the fuck? I'm sorry. Chat, is that a floor vent, chat? Chat, is that a floor vent? Huh? You thinking that's a floor vent? I'm so sorry.
Cass couldn't tell if what he was seeing was real, So naturally, he walks over to the other curtains to do his usual technique and tries to get rid of this
See,
so-called
but then even also, like, I do want to point this out because I think this is a very good example of someone figuring out how to set up their home in a way to help with their psychosis. Every single doorway he has, if there's not a door, they've added curtains so that he can do his technique to break up any of these shadow people, you know. Like, this is those curtains as well. They makeshift those, but he can still do this with those curtains as well. And I think that is a very good example of, like, you're making your space to help make it work for you, you know?
illusion. Apparently, he wasn't just seeing the curtain moving, but a figure standing behind it. In a panic frenzy, he opens and closes the drape as an attempt to scrub away the figure, but while doing so, the curtain moves again. This was strange considering that he was no longer seeing someone behind it, yet somehow, despite doing his usual technique, something was still happening. But as if that wasn't creepy enough, the whole drape begins to lift upwards. It appears to go up entirely before dropping to the ground. If seeing things in doorways didn't already freak him out, then surely this has. Now to this day, watching this video freaks him out. Seeing this scares him because what he thought was just an hallucination was actually real. This, as a result, makes it harder for him to trust his own perception. It's for this reason that he rarely talks about this incident, but after recording what recently happened, he couldn't help but think of this. So then, might there be some connection between this occurrence and the one from many years ago? Cass believes so. But of course, like all videos, I'll let you come up with your own conclusions. For now, this one remains a mystery.
It is pretty creepy. The clock is less creepy.
Now this next video was submitted to me by Sam J, who's part of the yearbook team at her high school. One afternoon, while a group of senior students were rehearsing for a graduate ceremony that took place last spring, a camera inside the auditorium recorded something that left all students, including staff, terrified.
What you guys will do first is you're gonna take the diploma from me.
It was during a speech rehearsal by the school principal that this was caught. Take a look.
That's okay. We don't want any broken ankles tonight before graduation. So then we're going to talk about individual accomplishments a little bit, and we'll move you off to the side before other stuff starts. That was odd. Just a change in air pressure, or was that a friendly ghost, Mr. Baker?
Was that a friendly ghost, Mr. Baker?
Thank you, sir. And then, let's see, then we'll talk about STEM.
The principal carries on, paying little attention to what just happened. As he claims, this could have been due to wind pressure. But despite thinking this, it would be what happens next that completely changes his mind. While instructing students on how to move on stage, this is captured.
The programs and how we're trying to grow those, and also maybe a little bit about growing the sports programs as well. And then we'll talk about your individual achievements, and how you guys have really taken leadership. Everybody should give us their science. There it goes again.
It might be a faulty spring.
We must have an open door somewhere else in the building, blowing that open. Anyway, so let's
The kids
let's
just
get
being
started.
like, I want to go home. Can we speed this up?
John Anderson will do the thing, walk over, and then Cal Connors, thing, come over. Then we had a no, that's the right order. So Michael Thompson comes over. That right. And we've got.
So do it again.
Rodriguez.
If something else happened, I'd be like, okay, something weird's going on. But if it's just the door again. Oh, it took his hat.
It flew away, did we?
It's at this point that the notion of this being just the wind stops making sense. A cap on one of the students flies off their head. Almost as if someone knocked it off, the hat zips across in a swift and sudden motion.
This
before
kid doesn't
landing
get to
close the
graduate,
exit,
actually, because
the
I
same
said
exit
so. The
where
ghost
no one was seen opening the door. Even the principal, who initially thought it was nothing, couldn't make sense of this. According to Sam
principals
J,
all look like
the
that right
yearbook
now?
member who sent me this clip, he was just as baffled as everyone else. Now, after this happened, they proceeded to finish up the rehearsal before leaving an hour later. The next day, Sam takes a video of the exit door and shows that they're not automatic. If they were, then this definitely would have explained the doors opening, but given that
It's
they're
not the
and
graduation
considering
ceremony.
the cap
This is not a graduation ceremony, it's a rehearsal. Because they're going to do speeches, so they're just doing a walkthrough.
incident, perhaps what occurred here was caused by something unexplainable. If true, then students might not be as sad to leave the school
Yeah,
on
the doors do
graduation
look
day,
heavy.
given that it might be haunted.
These doors are, I don't know which state they're in, but these doors are often heavy for security reasons, especially in schools in modern day. A lot of modern school doors are extremely heavy, which is very weird.
Now that's creepy. On December 27 of 2025, a strange video was posted by a veterinary hospital in Madison, Alabama, where apparently something happened that caused all employees to stop in their tracks. What occurred during this moment has left everyone spooked. Now, this video recording was kept private for 4 years until just a few weeks ago. It was only after receiving many comments asking for this footage that Renee Holt, the owner of this clinic, decided to share it, as she believes her clinic is haunted. From dog kennels that often open on their own in the middle of the night, to office equipment being thrown around
Listen, the ghost wants to play with the puppies, and I think you should let the ghost play with the puppies.
with no apparent cause.
That's just a poorly placed phone.
Staff have no explanation for these odd occurrences.
Diva.
However, there is one theory that occasionally comes up at work, and it's the belief that all this activity might be due to the dogs who passed away at this clinic. Whether being put down for medical reasons or naturally passing away, they were last alive at this location. But despite their absence, it seems that they're still here, just not physically. One night, while caring for a critically ill cat, this happens.
Is that a cat? I genuinely can't tell from this angle. Oh, it's a cat.
Whatever. Did you yell? That's weird. Where is that coming from?
A dog is heard crying somewhere in this clinic, but that's odd because there shouldn't be a dog here at this time. The only other dog inside this clinic is the one in this office. However, they don't howl or make
And he's working, clearly.
any noise throughout the footage.
Where is that coming from? It's all something's coming from. Okay, so we still want to do banana bags, 15 mils an hour, head of starch, 4 mils an hour. It's coming from over this way. Alright.
She's like, listen, we're gonna do treatment now?
Veterinizol, 15 mil BID, No. No, she has. Alright, who's making that noise? It's coming from the honey. No, it's not. What is that? It's a vinegar. What is that? What, phantom dogs?
A phantom ghost? That dog is a good worker. Immediately moved to man the office.
I didn't hear anything. You're not hearing that. Rhea has heard it.
Oh, that is a cat. I can see it now.
You heard it, right? I heard it. It sounded like it was in that room or something. Like it sounded like it was like right where you're bored. We're gonna play that back. I didn't even hear anything. Can you?
The whole staff searches all around for this dog, but after checking extensively, both inside and outside, they find nothing. The dog was nowhere to be found. Yet still, the cries continue as if desperately wanting to be found. But unfortunately, that never happens. With no sight or any trace of this canine, the staff can't help but wonder if what they heard had been a dog they once cared for. Could it be that what they heard was something from the other side? It isn't certain if that's the case, but it's been 4 years since this happened, and despite capturing other strange things on camera, this one remains unforgettable to the
Good
clinic.
question. We should get more cavemen ghosts.
If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video. On the night of December 21st, 2025, car enthusiast Tad Gavin was driving down an empty access road in a business park that had closed for the night. He was looking for a spot somewhere in this vast, empty office park for the purpose of taking videos of his car and posting them on his page. No one is ever around this area past operating hours, which can seem a bit creepy, but here, he can rev his engine as loud as he wants without being berated by a neighbor.
You're gonna wake up with the police standing over you.
Gotcha.
Neighbors would often approach Gavin just to scold him, but even after driving elsewhere to avoid problems, he continues to be approached, just not by a neighbor, but by something else.
What the freak? What the freak was that?
What'd you say?
Oh my god!
According to Gavin, he was driving inside a business park located in St. Petersburg, Florida, which is close to where he lives, when he caught sight of a tall figure heading towards his vehicle. The following is his footage from both his dash cam and interior cam. Take a look.
Let's see it. I didn't see it.
Oh my god! What the freak was that?
Okay, what? That's a pull. That was a pull.
What the freak was that?
That was a pull.
Oh my god!
Now, it's not just the sudden appearance of a dark figure that's strange on its own, but the details of this incident too, most of which don't make any sense. For one, why would there be anyone out here at night dressed in all black? If their intention was to stay hidden, then sure, that would make sense. But if hiding was the goal, then why even approach the vehicle and reveal itself? What's weirder is that they didn't seem to run towards the car or try to grab the door handle, which throws out the idea of this being an ambush or kidnapping attempt. The figure just seemingly passes by with no reaction whatsoever to Gavin's speeding Corvette.
Gavin's just being
he still doesn't know who or
That's
even
it.
what that was, but one can safely assume that coming back here to find out isn't something he plans to do anytime soon, especially at night. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Also, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe and make sure to hit the bell icon so you don't miss any uploads in the future. Also be sure to check out the official TikTok account for this channel. That being said, until next time.
On March 20th,
Last video, then we're done for the night, so I can make dinner.
25-year-old Forrest Scorderate and his
Yeah, those are better,
22-year-old
yeah.
brother, Lake, were skiing with a group of friends in the mountains
ending
of the
with
Swiss
wilderness
canton of Valais, in the Val d'Anivier Valley near the village of Saint-Luc. Both of them were wearing GoPros and recording their descent when, all of a sudden, a powerful avalanche broke loose and took them completely by surprise. What happened next is absolutely disturbing. Lake was buried deep beneath the snow, while his brother Forrest somehow managed to remain on the surface.
What's this here?
Oh, jeez.
Forrest was also caught in the avalanche.
I'm so sorry. Are their names Lake and Forest? I'm so sorry. Are their names Lake and Forest? I understand there's an avalanche happening. I understand horrible things are happening currently. But are their names Lake and Forest? Oh no, we're not watching
But
something happy
incredibly,
now.
he wasn't
Absolutely
fully
not.
buried. When he managed to stop and turned around, there was no sign of his brother
That's
anywhere.
horrifying.
That's when the panic set in. From that moment on, the clock was ticking. He knew he had to find Lake as quickly as possible. In avalanche situations, every single minute matters. The longer someone remains buried under the snow, the smaller their chances of survival. What followed was a desperate race against time, driven by adrenaline, fear, and the determination to save his brother before it
Their
was
little
too
brother
late.
Pond was ice fishing.
Il est où, Lake? Il est où, Lake? Il est où, Lake? Non! Les gars! Eh, je me mets en recherche! Appelle les secours, je me mets en recherche! Appelle les secours! J'ai un signal! J'ai un signal! On drop! Lek, on va te sortir de là! Descends pas trop bas, reste au pied. Ouais. Et toi, si jamais tu le rallumes si j'ai rien. Appelle l'hélico, hein! Lek, on est là, Lek! C'est bon, il est
I think
là!
it's French.
On
I
y
can't
va!
tell.
Lek, je vais te sauver, je te promets! Je te le promets, Lek, on est là! Sois précis! J'ai un 7. Sors tout. Je l'ai, creuse-y! Ok. Lek, on est là! On t'aime!
Thankfully, they were both wearing avalanche transceivers,
Good.
something that would soon make all the difference.
The important thing when you go adventuring, whether you are an experienced mountaineer, whether you are hiking, you need to have proper safety gear. And that includes a tracker, or in this case, the avalanche alert system that they were both wearing. Okay?
It was the smartest decision they could have made that day. Using his beacon, Forrest quickly switched to search mode and was able to locate the exact signal coming from beneath the snow. The numbers on the tracker guided him straight to his buried brother. With the help of another skier nearby, they immediately started digging. Time was critical. Every second felt longer than the last, especially as his brother remained unresponsive beneath the snow.
Lek, tu restes calme! Reste calme, Lek!
God, that got deep quick.
Allez, Lek! Reste calme! Reste calme, Lek!
Et Paul, on est en train de le trouver là, on est en train
Ça
de
marche.
regarder.
Il est plus haut.
Vas-y. Allez, Lek!
Creuse, j'arrive pas.
Ah oui,
Lek, tu nous entends?
Lek, ça va? Si t'arrives à toucher ma main? Putain! Débrouille là. Allez, les gars!
Ouais.
Lek!
Ah, Lek, reste calme. Même si tu nous entends, reste calme.
On a vu la bouche. Ah, il bouge. Je l'ai vu bouger.
Lek, tu m'entends?
Ça va, Lek?
Dis-moi juste quelque chose. Ça va? Lek, réponds-moi. Réponds-moi, Lek.
On déblaye bien, on fait une
L'hélico, il arrive. Tout est bon, Lek. L'hélico, il est là. Tu restes avec moi, ok?
He's moving, that's good.
On fait une plateforme devant nous là et on fait un demi-tour.
Thankfully, they were able to find Lake in time. He had only lost consciousness briefly, and after being pulled from beneath the snow, he soon regained awareness.
Maintenant, calmos. Voilà. L'épaule, ça va?
This video really shows how important it is to
It just
never do
happens
these
so
kinds of things
quickly.
alone and to always have the right gear with you. There was no way they could have heard Lake under that thick snow, and without the transceivers, we can honestly say he wouldn't have had a chance of survival. It's so disturbing to think about looking back and not seeing your brother. I can't even imagine how Forrest felt in that moment. I'm sure it left a trauma he'll never forget, and he'll always stay close and watch over his little brother. We also need to appreciate the other skiers who were there to help. They made all the difference. On November 29th, 2012, Paula and her 44-year-old boyfriend, Roderick Clifton, were staying at his mother's house in Citrus Heights, California. That day, Paula's mother had invited them over for dinner, so they packed up and started the long journey, over 100 miles, to Gardnerville, Nevada. They drove through the mountains, taking a few stops along the way to enjoy the views. Even with the breaks, they were on track to get there well before dinner. Rod decided to take a short detour to Burnside Lake, where things started to go wrong. The road was blocked with a gate and thick ice, clearly
He's got a
closed
spine
for the
injury.
season.
Yeah, I know.
But Rod, familiar with the area from summer trips and eager to test his Jeep in the snow, drove around the gate, a choice that would soon have serious consequences. At first, everything seemed fine, and they reached the lake around 7 p.m. But the snow was much deeper and softer than expected. When they tried to turn the Jeep around, the front left tire got stuck. Hours of trying to free it went nowhere, as the temperature dropped rapidly from the 60 degrees Fahrenheit they had left
This is all survival situations, so my assumption is all of these are men.
behind. They realized they were unprepared for the night, wearing only fall clothes, without enough food, and with no cell service. They huddled inside the Jeep as a brutal snowstorm moved in. The next day, November 30th, Rod decided to try finding help. He set off on foot through waist-deep snow for what would have been a nearly 6-mile trek, promising Paula he'd be back in a few hours. But he never returned. Alone, Paula had to fight to survive. She ate a few green tomatoes she had brought with her, used snow for water, and wrapped herself in every blanket and piece of clothing she could find. The cold, the storm, and the isolation slowly chipped away at her hope. By December 1st, she used the last of her camera's battery to record a message for her family, unsure if anyone would ever find her.
Oh, this is a woman.
Mom, my voice.
Oh, God.
It is now Sunday morning, and the snow has not let up.
Oh, this is sad.
It's about 6.5 feet deep, I think. And I'm held up here in the Jeep. I'm eating a green tomato a day. I'm eating as much snow as I can remember to, and trying to stay warm. I just want to come home.
The dude wandered off.
Rod left Friday morning. Today's Sunday. Rod left Friday morning to go get help and didn't come back. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he got hypothermia and frostbite, or if some critter got him. But I can't walk out in this because I don't have the clothing. And I feel fine. I'm not delirious, and I just have a hard time keeping my feet warm because I don't have any socks. I have them taped up.
No socks?
But as soon as the sun comes out, I'm gonna have to try to make it. It's 7 miles and 6 feet of snow. I don't think I'm gonna do so well, but nobody's ever gonna find me here at Burnside Lake.
Oh.
Luckily, the storm finally eased on the morning of December 2nd, giving Paula a glimmer of hope and the will to try and save herself. She packed a small backpack with whatever essentials she could find, scissors, a flashlight, and even fashioned gloves and socks out of masking tape and tissue, preparing herself for the treacherous journey ahead. As she set out into the snow, the weight of the days alone and the brutal cold pressed down on her, but she
Makes me
refused to
paranoid about
stay
always
trapped.
taking my coat when it's
The
winter
trek
cold
was
outside, yeah.
far more grueling than she could have imagined. With
Jeez.
every step, she sank deeper into the snow, forcing her to crawl at times and rely on her backpack for support, while her body, weakened from days without proper food and exposed to freezing temperatures, fought to keep moving. Hours passed and the cold began to take its toll. Her hands and feet lost feeling. She coughed up blood, and her consciousness wavered under the relentless struggle. Then, just as her strength seemed to be reaching its limit, the snowstorm returned with a vengeance, forcing her to seek shelter in a hollow tree infested with spiders, where she spent 2 nights barely recovering enough energy to continue. By this point, she had exhausted her only food source, the green tomatoes she had brought with her, and survival felt almost impossible. Yet on December 5th, 6 days after being stranded in the merciless wilderness, Paula made a final, desperate crawl forward, driven by the faintest spark of hope. That is when she stumbled upon the snow-covered body of Rod, who had likely succumbed to hypothermia just hours after leaving to find help.
Tomatoes and then tried.
The sight was devastating, but it also renewed her determination. She knew she could not afford to stop. Rescue efforts had been underway since the night they disappeared, but no one had known about their detour to Burnside Lake.
Always tell people when you take a detour.
And the harsh weather had made aerial searches impossible. Fortunately, Paula's brother, Gary, familiar with their previous summer visits to the lake, went to check the area on December 5th and found her crawling along the road, dangerously close to death. Rain had begun to fall, and even a delay of a few minutes could have cost her life. He rushed her to a nearby hospital where she was treated for first-degree frostbite, and though she had endured nearly a week of unimaginable suffering, Paula survived.
Jeez.
She has since fully recovered and now lives safely with her family and children.
Jeez.
Aquatic Addiction is a channel made specifically for this video, where the creator experienced a terrifying near-death moment that turned a simple dive into a full-blown survival situation. While diving in the Gulf of Mexico, he suddenly suffered a shallow water blackout, a dangerous condition that can happen even to the most experienced divers.
Which is
Against
why you're
all
not supposed to dive
odds,
alone.
he managed to regain consciousness on his own. Take a look.
Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, no, he wasn't diving alone. There's the spear gun. Jesus.
A shallow water blackout happens when a diver loses consciousness due to hypoxia. Basically, the brain runs out of oxygen during a dive. It's called a shallow water blackout because it usually occurs just below the surface or right at the surface.
He's not alone. He's
often
there with
without any
divers. He
warning,
might be diving
even
alone,
for the
but
most
he's there with other
experienced
people.
divers.
They're all there on the
The
boat.
blackout itself isn't immediately deadly. At first, the body senses it's underwater and reflexively closes the airway to keep water out of the lungs. But if no one is there to see or rescue the diver, the body eventually relaxes these protective muscles to preserve the brain's last supply of oxygen. That's when water can enter the lungs, leading to drowning. What happened to him is incredibly rare. He was able to wake up on his own, and that's nothing short of a miracle. This is exactly why diving with a buddy is so important. It's estimated that over 100 free divers die every year from drowning after blackouts, and the real number is probably much higher. Having even one friend watching you closely can be the difference between surviving and becoming part of that statistic. Now, if you got here, that means you like what you're seeing, right? So how about hitting that subscribe and like buttons?
No.
And if you truly enjoy it, you might as well hype the video and click the bell icon to be notified when I post. Also, take a look at this awesome merch. Maybe you'll like something. It was June 3rd, 2018, when Luis Roldan was in Guatemala near the Volcán de Fuego, one of the most active volcanoes in the world,
we got a volcano
about
disaster?
27 miles from Guatemala City.
Chat, we got a volcano
He was simply
disaster.
walking along the side of the road when a sudden, deafening explosion shook the air. At first, he could see a small plume of smoke and assumed it was just a minor eruption. He pulled out his camera to start recording, but what began as a seemingly ordinary event quickly turned into a full-blown survival situation. The ash from the volcano rapidly grew heavier and thicker, covering everything in sight and leaving Luis struggling to stay safe in the unfolding chaos.
Jeez, that's crazy. Oh shit! Oh shit! Move! 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 Move!
If you got here, comment the word situation.
No. Not enough people are moving for me, actually. No, absolutely not. God. I'm in a ball. You're joking. Not enough urgency, actually. What are we doing? That can change position, pass at any time. Move. Move. That can change angles of flow anytime. You need to move. Jesus. Oh my god, fucking move. Get in the truck, get in the truck, get in the truck, get in the truck. Get in the truck, 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 get in the truck. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, see? I told you! God. Run! Oh, this is horrifying. This is horrifying.
He stayed there for a few moments, thinking the ash wouldn't reach him, but it was spreading far faster than anyone could have anticipated. People around him were running, desperate to get to safety, and then some cars speeding away stopped to pick him up. They got him out, just in time. When he looked back, he saw a massive, choking cloud of ash. Ash this thick is extremely dangerous to breathe, and being so close to the eruption, it was almost certainly scorching hot as well. Luckily, the people who helped him didn't leave anyone behind, but despite that, nearly 200 people were confirmed dead in the disaster.
Jesus.
On April 9th, 2015, Clem Schultz was at his home in Fairdale, Illinois, with his wife Geraldine, or Jerry. She called him into the kitchen and told him to look outside. When he glanced through the window, he saw a massive tornado forming in the distance. At first, it didn't seem like it was heading their way, and he believed it might just pass by without hitting them. Gary stayed in the kitchen while Clem ran upstairs to grab some lanterns. From the upstairs window, he decided to record the storm, assuming it would pass by without hitting their neighborhood. What he captured, however, was far more terrifying than expected. The video shows a massive, black, monster-like tornado barreling straight toward them, a scene both horrifying and unforgettable. Take a look. Here's a small but important fact about tornadoes. If a tornado doesn't seem to be moving, it's actually heading straight toward you. By the time Clem realized how close it was already too late. He told the Daily Herald that he didn't have enough time to get back downstairs to the kitchen where his wife was, and going into the cellar, barely the size of a furnace, wouldn't have helped. The rest of the video captures the tornado making direct impact, hitting their home with full force.
Oh god, it's huge. I get not being able to make it down in time, but why are we just standing there filming? You know what I'm saying? Oh god. Oh god. Oh Jesus. A doorway wouldn't help you in that situation.
The recording abruptly went black, and
Gee,
it stopped.
I wonder
Against
why.
all odds, Clem somehow survived.
Holy shit!
He told the newspaper that he had been carried along.
I'll salute to that. Holy shit, bro. Holy shit. I'll salute to that. Oh, God. Holy crap. How the fuck did you survive that, dude?
With debris from the collapsing chimney and lost his grip on the phone. He became tangled in a bedsheet and was eventually buried under rubble.
Jesus.
A neighbor came to his rescue, digging him out and carefully sitting him on one of the house's beams.
Oh my
The neighbor
God.
warned him not to look down. When Clem asked why, he was told the devastating truth. His wife was beneath him, gone. A lost photograph
that's
of the couple later
horrifying.
surfaced 35 miles away in the town of Harvard, carried there by...
You get sat on a beam from the house because you just got dug out of rubble, and they have nowhere else to sit you down, and your dead wife is underneath you. That's horrifying. That's horrifying.
by the storm. The picture, taken around 1980 for a church directory, shows Clem with his wife, Geraldine. Schultz had feared their dog, Missy, shared the same fate, but thankfully she was found by the family after an extensive search. Today, Clem finds comfort in his white shepherd and refuses to let anyone near her. Hearing about a tornado like that and realizing the sheer force it carries truly makes my skin crawl.
Jesus.
That's it for today.
All right,
Thank you
we're
so
done.
much for watching. If you enjoyed...
We're done, chat. I need to make dinner. And hopefully the rain stops long enough for me to walk Hermes. Let's see. And if he had come to the back of the basement, he probably wouldn't have survived. Yep. That's crazy. All right, we're rating Bose. Have fun with Bose, chat. Bye. Have fun. Bye, chat. Bye, YouTube.